Oh, there we go. We got it. It is working. You can hear everyone in the background, boys and girls. Dogs. My mom's here. Her little dog is here. They're all here. Getting ready for this Red Wings game. Let's get it. Let's get this Red Wings game going. You can hear everyone in the background, boys and girls. And we are live. Yo, what is up, everyone? Red Wings versus Dallas Stars. 6:30 start time. We'll see about 6:30. This Penguins-Toronto game is still currently going on. Toronto up 4-3 right now. 5:30 left to go in the third here. Pretty close game. Would be a lot better if the Pittsburgh Penguins were out here scoring a little bit more. You don't really need Toronto to be climbing up in the standings right now. Let's see. Yeah, with Toronto being last in the Atlantic Division, let's keep them down there. Let's keep them down there. Surprised that they didn't let go of Derek Lalonde. Poor Savard. He was probably like, why isn't Lalonde also getting fired? Where's Pittsburgh at in their division right now? They're 7th in the conference, or in the wild card hunt. Pittsburgh's really fallen off. Wow. 39 points, 35 games. Last 10, they've gone 2-4-4. Ouch. I wonder if Tristan Jarry was actually that much of a key contributor for them in that hot start that they had at the beginning of the season. Because now they got Skinner. Is he in net right now? Is that Skinner? Let's see if that's Skinner in net for them. It is Skinner. Oh, God. 8.57 save percentage. 28 shots against. Who's in net for the Leafs? Wall, Joseph Wall. All right. They're actually showing highlights of the Red Wings-Dallas game. Start time, 6:46 p.m. Now they're changing it up on us. The Red Wings surely could use a dub tonight. Solidify even more their number one spot in the Atlantic Division, especially with Tampa winning yesterday. They pushed Montreal down to the third spot. Pretty similar records Tampa's got 20, 13, and 3. Montreal 19, 12, and 5. Tampa, they've been hot, and their goal differential plus 22. Absolutely insane. Let's see here. Sorry, guys, if you can hear my dogs in the background. Must be getting close to dinner time. Yeah, feed them here pretty soon. What is up, everyone? Let's get it. Detroit Red Wings should be starting here pretty soon, about another 10 to 15 minutes. Still watching this Pittsburgh Penguins versus Toronto Maple Leafs game. Let's see. Gotta tweet out that we're live. Pittsburgh Penguins, come on, boys. We want to keep Toronto down there at the bottom of the division. Can't allow them to get a dub here. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Christmas week. Also, want to know if you guys watched the most recent episode or any of our most recent episodes, please drop it down in the chat. And Toronto scored, making it 5-3, crushing my hopes and dreams. If they win, do they move up? No, they'll still be 8th in the Atlantic Division. Jeez. The Toronto Maple Leafs. What is going on with them this season? Are they going to trade Austin Matthews? They should trade Austin Matthews. We'll give him Travis Hamonic. I think that's a fair enough deal. Maybe throw in a puck or two. Hope everyone is staying warm, safe out there during this holiday season. What's everyone getting from Santa? That I want to know. What is everyone getting from Santa Claus this year? Or what is Santa bringing for their kids? If you guys got kids, I got 2 dogs. My dogs usually get spoiled on Christmas from their grandparents. Sorry about that, everyone. I had to mute myself there for a second. Clear out the throat. Drinking some lemonade. You guys like some lemonade? Empty net for Pittsburgh. 2 minutes left. Can they get 2 goals going? Just needs to end so that way the Red Wings game can come on. You got your dog a sweater this year that says I'm special. Oh, Artemis. Artemis, I got to come visit you soon, buddy. One long time. I miss you too, buddy. Maybe I'll come visit you on Christmas. And the Toronto Maple Leafs scored again. If they score, it is because my wife is cursed and is listening. Oh, well. Tell her to buy some merch and maybe she won't be cursed anymore. Totally kidding. You don't have to buy any merch. But if you do want some really cool Hockeytown Rundown merch, I will actually put that link in the chat for everyone. Let's get on over there. Hold on. Give me 1 second, boys and girls. Throwing it in the chat. Chat 'em ups. Throwing them in the chat. Just click that link. Head on over. Select an item or two of your liking. Wear the heck out of it. At home, to games, to restaurants when you eat. Great stuff. I do recommend going as highs up. That's for sure. Now it's 6-3. Toronto, I missed a goal. Still empty net for Pittsburgh. How funny would it be, though, if Toronto did finish out the year dead last in the Atlantic Division? I just don't really want them to have any shot at giving a top 3 pick in the draft. Could you imagine that? You have Nylander, Matthews, and then one of McKenna, Stenberg, or whoever else would be up there. I think it's one of the defensemen. Can't think of his name, but I just don't want Toronto to get any more of the good players. Let's kind of destroy their careers. I say that jokingly because Nylander and Matthews have had really good years with the Toronto Maple Leafs. But let's keep them consistently down there in the Atlantic standings. There's only 40 seconds left in this game, thank goodness, and the Red Wings game should be coming on. And there's a Pittsburgh power play too. Game over there by far. I am just now realizing that it's 2 solid color jerseys here. No one's wearing their whites today. The NHL is implementing that more now, which is really cool to see. Ever since the Red Wings versus New York Rangers game was the red on blue, we've seen a few other teams request wearing 2 darks within the game. Great color combo. The Pittsburgh Gold, the Toronto Blue. Actually, pretty good matchup. I'm just now realizing that. And Toronto wins. And I think I saw this tweet earlier that said that was Nylander's first goal in some odd games. Like it was a really long time since like November or October or something. Absolutely insane on how bad of a season that the Toronto Maple Leafs have had. Who would have thought? You move on from Mitch Marner and you all of a sudden just become really bad. All right. Now this is where the fun really begins. Detroit Red Wings, they just showed Alex DeBrincat on the screen. That's our boy. That's our cat. Cat's out of the bag, boys and girls. I want to see score predictions here. What do we think that the final score is going to be of this game? I am going to say, let's ask my mom. Mom, what's going to be the final score of the Red Wings game? I don't know if you guys can hear her or not. The Dallas Stars. Are they a good team this year? Yes, they are. Oh, boy. She asked if they were a good team. I'm going to say. And she says. 4-3. 4-3. Either one. Who wins? Whoever wins. I don't know. You have to pick a winner. Okay, the Wings. All right, she says 4-3 Wings. That's probably what I would have said as well. In overtime, she says, wow, okay, so it's going to be 3-3 going into OT. Is it in a shootout overtime or just overtime? Got to keep her on her toes. 4-3 in a shootout. So the Red Wings win in a shootout. Do the Red Wings, how many times do they score in the shootout? 1, 2, or 3 times? Yep. 1. So they score once in a shootout and Dallas misses all 3? Yes. All right. Red Wings make it once in the shootout. Dallas misses all 3 for the Detroit Red Wings to win 4-3 against the Dallas Stars. Mama Trathen said it here first. I think it might be high scoring. John Gibson has been playing pretty elite for the Detroit Red Wings. He's almost at a season 900 save percentage finally after having some 7 incredible games, 7 win streak in a row for Gibby. That's absolutely fantastic. But Burned Schrader says 5-2. Sider. Okay. Assuming you're saying that Sider scores the first goal. And that the Red Wings win 5-2. I'm going to say the Red Wings win 5-4 in overtime. Sider 2 goals. Wow. Okay. Now that would help add some Norris Trophy votes to his name for sure if Moritz Seider pulls away with 2 goals tonight. Who's going to be the first goal scorer tonight, though? Who's it going to be? Red Wings Twitter did ask that, obviously, like they do for every game. I said Captain Dylan Larkin because he's extremely due for a goal. If anyone needs a goal, it's him. Not an empty net goal, but he needs a goal. If I had my second choice, the easy one would be Alex DeBrincat, but I don't want to be easy. I want to say like Andrew Kopp finally gets one and kind of gets the haters to get off his back a little bit because he's looked really great on that second line with Alex DeBrincat. John Leonard's been up there for how much longer, I'm not sure. Did they already release the projected lineups? Let's see. Yes, Hockey and Hockeytown showing off ASP, Cider, and Gibby walking down the tunnel. Let's see. Finney, Simon, Ray. Oh, yeah, Leonard back up on the second line still. You got Casper coming back, playing on the fourth line with Danielson and Appleton. Okay, so Soderblom is the extra forward today, which is fine. I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of this three-player rotation because that's what's going to happen when Patrick Kane comes back. I guess what I'm most nervous about for Patrick Kane being out and then reinserting him, the last injury that he had, it took him a little bit of time to get back into the groove of things. And if Leonard gets another point or scores tonight, how can you take him out of the lineup at that point? Next says 4-3. Okay. Okay. So you're right around there with my mom. That's what my mom said. She said 4-3, overtime shootout, Wings score once, and Dallas does not score in the shootout. So you're right on par with her. Is that what you were thinking too? Next 3-0, 3-2. Drew Sider's gonna really go off this game. I can feel it. Hits, points, and fear. I mean, we need a big statement win against a really good Dallas Stars team. So if Moritz Seider can pull through, that would be absolutely fantastic. Schrader. I've watched Red Wings now this whole season. Raymond. Yep. Okay. Raymond and Seider. Chicago versus Philadelphia prediction. Is that who's playing next? Or today? Let me see. Oh, at 9 p.m. Okay, so they're playing after this game on TNT. Okay. Oof. I mean, they're out Bedard. What are their last 10 games for both teams? Let's see. Oh, Philly's actually having a really good year. They got 43 points. Holy crap. Last 10, they're 4-2-4. They've won their last game. Chicago. What about you, Bubbers? How stinky have you been? Where even is Chicago on here? Oh, way down here at the bottom. They're on a 5-game losing streak, 2-7-1. I don't know. That's a tough question. Score prediction for that one? I would assume high scoring. I'll say 6-5 for the Chicago Philadelphia Flyers game, but I think it's Philly that wins. I'll be honest, I really haven't watched either of those teams play this season. I have been trying to watch a little bit more this season, like not Detroit Red Wings hockey, and puck has dropped. Some of you might actually be ahead of me of this game as well, because I am streaming it, obviously. Not on my TV, but I'm able to watch it at the very least. But yeah, I go Philly 6-5 next. I mean, Chicago, even with Bedard out. Oh, Frank Nazar's out too. I forgot about that, honestly. I mean, probably high scoring for Philadelphia. I'd probably be careful with Chicago. Maybe not as high scoring on their side. So maybe like 5-2 Philadelphia. So I take that back. Not 6-5. Go like 5-2 as a projection for that game. Carlos should be joining us here any point. Let's see, he did text me. Said during intermission he'll try to hop on. He's got Christmas duty. He's got to help Santa out, you know what I mean, with the gifts and everything. Santa's work elves are very busy, hard at work this year. Even my dad called me earlier, and that's what he was telling me on the phone. The elves are working overtime this year. That they are. I mean, the roads were absolutely nuts out there. I actually went and got a remote start put in my car Oh, it's gonna come in so nice, so clutch. Even though today's weather it got up to over 50 degrees. Really don't need a remote start for that, but it's gonna be so nice. I do have a garage, but it's just gonna be nice when I'm out. Like if I've gone to the gym and I've been there for an hour or two and it's super cold outside, I can at least go bloop, bloop, let it heat up a little bit while I'm still pumping it out on the iron, pick things up and put them down. Glenny Boy's second stint with the Dallas Stars as head coach? I didn't realize that. Well, why don't you just drop the puck, ref? Come on, buddy. Let's get it going. Yeah, at some point, Carlos should be showing up too. Puck now in the Red Wing zone finally. Just a little over 2 minutes gone. A little slow here at the start of the period. Only one shot on that so far by Detroit. Yeah, get that puck cider. There you go. Ooh. He's just having such a phenomenal season, Moritz Seider. I don't want to say Red Wings fans were sleeping on him. I think people outside of Red Wings fandom were tremendously sleeping on Moritz Seider, but I do believe because Red Wings fans didn't. I think how do I want to say this? I think the expectation of when it comes to high draft picks, like you want them to be super good elite, like McJesus level elite as soon as possible. If you guys didn't catch the last episode, get an opportunity, go ahead and catch it. It's only 21 minutes long. Just put it at 1.5 or 2 times speed. You guys will get through it in 10 minutes, no time. But yeah, Moritz Seider, Lucas Raymond, you can even include Simon Evanson at points when they were inserted onto this team. They had to do a lot of the heavy work at such a young age. It's incredible to see the elevation in all three of those kids, Sider, Raymond, Edvinson. It's incredible. Can Chicago score 3 goals? Could they? Or can they? Yeah, they can. Will they? I don't know. That's a great question. I, and it's Philadelphia. Like I said, I haven't watched either of those two teams play. I've watched a few Habs games here and there, only because of how much closer they are to us in the standings. Wingnut84, what is up? What's going on? How we doing tonight? Not just Wingnut. What is up, everyone? How is everyone doing tonight so far? Hope everyone is having a lovely holiday, Christmas week, and other holidays that you guys might celebrate. I don't know what those other holidays are. I celebrate Christmas over here. So Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Appreciate y'all stopping by and joining me as we watch this Detroit Red Wings game. Looks like we might actually finally get some momentum here if Michael Rasmussen keeps. There we go. He kept it in. You guys might actually be ahead of me a little bit here too. So bear with me. You guys might actually see some goals before I do. There you go, Ras. Come on, use that stick though. How are you guys feeling on Michael Rasmussen so far this season? Seems like he's definitely picked it up, much like how everyone has so far this December. But I don't know. Michael Rasmussen really needs to start using that body a little bit more, maybe be a little bit more of that net front guy like Ken Holland drafted him to be. Would definitely appreciate that out of him. That would be really, really nice if Michael Rasmussen could just become that net front power play guy for us, like he was always meant to be. That's what his body's there for, right? Like, come on. All right, come on. Red Wings deep in their zone, right behind the net, and they get to clear the puck. The Dallas Stars going on the rush here. Oh, nice stick work there. Nice stick work there, ASP. ASP, he's been very, very impressive. It's just incredible on how much he has acclimated to the NHL. Like he had a very streaky first month, you can even call it, even up to 6 weeks, I would say, up until mid November is when he finally started finding his groove where he started becoming a little bit more consistent. He still gets banged around out there, but Lafreniere, Zadorov, and good old times. Yeah, Wingnut, I'm excited for this game too. I think everyone else is too, especially a couple days before Christmas. Like you want to go into Christmas on a high note, especially up against this really good Dallas Stars team. Jason Robertson, maybe if we beat them, we can convince them, Jim Nill, to trade Jason Robertson over to the Wings because he just wants to come over to Detroit and we only have to trade him like a B level prospect and a first round pick. Very similar to the Alex DeBrincat trade with the Ottawa Senators. Womp womp. Ottawa Senators. Let's see. What am I missing in the chat here? Let's see. 33 Iserman. Let's see. I don't know. Raz is soft. He it's just so weird. From what we've always heard, it sounds like Rasmussen very much is a coach's player. And I think he just does exactly what he's always asked to do. And I wonder if coaches aren't going out there and telling him, hey, be that rough and rugged guy who just messes up the opposing team, but plays a good forechecking type of hockey. And maybe the hitting just comes along with it. I'm not really sure, but that would be my best guess as to why Ras isn't as heavy hitting as he should be. And a little more malicious is the word that comes to mind. Honestly, I think they send down Raz and keep Leonard. Ooh, ooh, that's a good one. Drew says Raz would get claimed. Raz would get claimed. Raz doesn't put up the points as we want him to. Raz doesn't. I know people are saying that he's soft and everything, but he, being a coach's player that he is, and coming in with term and cheap cap on his contract, a team definitely would claim him for sure. Brisk cat right snaps. What? If you want the big body, then bring up MBN. Yeah, honestly, MBN. I'm pretty sure he's still top. Let me check here, actually. Go to good old Money Puck. If you guys want to check Red Wings stats, I always like to go to moneypuck.com. You just go over to players, click the Detroit Red Wings under all teams, go all the way over to hits. NBN is still up here in hits. He is 10th on the Detroit Red Wings with 28 hits. 10th. 10th. He hasn't played. The Red Wings have played. This is their 38th game. So he hasn't played the last 29 games for this team. And he's still 10th on the team in hits. I don't know if that's like incredible by him. Incredible work by MBN. I loved it when he was on this team for that brief stint for the first 9 games. But honestly, that's still kind of sad that he is still top 10 on this team in hits. Not I don't expect every player on this team to be a hitter. You know, it is what it is. But I agree. If you want a big body on this team, it's NBN. They would have called him up, but obviously John Leonard with his really good shooting hands right now, they figured that that was more needed, especially replacing someone like a Patrick Kane who's been out. Oh, my stream is down a little bit. There we go. No, it's not. It's back. We back. We back. But I think I'm behind once again. So you guys might see goals before I do, or other stuff happen before I do. Let's see, Drew. He's been better as of late, but I've gave up on him. Oof. Trade him and leave Leonard here. I honestly, yeah, if you don't want to do the three-man rotation within this team like they were doing, especially when Berggren was within this team, it makes more sense for them to send John Leonard down. Ooh, wow. Okay, that was a really nice play. Whoever made that pass over to Raymond, he was so close to putting that in. Good save by Dallas's goaltender. Wow. Just got robbed right there. Red Wings almost made it 1-0 on their second shot of the night and it's 11:45 left in this game, at least from what I see. That was absolutely incredible. But 3 shots so far in this game, and we're already 10 minutes down. Not a lot of shot volume this game, boys and girls. Honestly, it's good to see though that it's not lopsided. It's both teams that are not getting the shots off right now. Especially, ooh, good save there, Gibby. Flashing the leather a little bit there, buddy. Don't get ahead of yourself now. That's the last thing we need. My goodness. Gibson can hold. Who's taking Raz's spot on the BK? Carlo asked. That's a good question. John Leonard, apparently. I will say Michael Rasmussen has been really, really good on the penalty kill and has been a main contributor to the penalty kill. And that's why the Red Wings value him so much. We'll say that. That's facts. Let's see. Burn Schrader. I want a perfect season worldwide. Means Adlers win in Germany and Wings in America. If I want some pieces, Gretzky said possible. I think MBN has. I'm trying to read these comments. Red Wings scored. Ah! JVR, old man JVR, JVR, JVR. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 10:37 left on the clock. JVR puts it in to score to take the lead for the Detroit Red Wings. Let's freaking go. I want to see the replay because I actually did miss it here. Edvinson, okay, working on the boards there. Edvinson, okay. Oh, no, okay. So that's not for the goal. Here we go. So Rasmussen, you guys were talking about Michael Rasmussen? Oh, Michael Rasmussen, you dog. You dog, Michael Rasmussen. Getting it over to JVR to get that. Good on JVR for getting into that spot, though. I will say that as well. All right, trying to catch up with this chat here, boys and girls. Let's see. Hold on, bear with me here. I think MBN has like 65 hints since he's been down in Grand Rapids. Yeah, I don't think they actually count that stat in the AHL. I could be wrong. I'm not exactly sure if there's a way for me to look that up either, but yeah, MBN's probably got a lot of hits down there. Did talk to Elaine Shercliffe, Grace by Rain. If you guys haven't seen that episode, go ahead and check that out. But she gives us the Grand Rapids Griffins update. Yeah, she says that she loves his hits. Absolutely loves what MBN brings. Can't wait to see him back in the Red Wings uniform. MBM is a great power forward, but just couldn't find the net while he was here. Yeah, wingnut. Yeah. I don't want to say part of it too was because of his line mates either, because he was on that third line. And I think at that time it was Rasmussen and Comfer as the third line with Michael Branzig-Nygaard. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. So, but it just made the most sense at that time because you had some injuries. You wanted JVR to get back into the lineup and everything. So it was just the easiest person to send down at that time. I didn't really think it was the correct call, but we'll see him eventually as time passes. We'll see him sooner than later. Yeah, MBN Drew Says MBN will be back this season, I think, likely after trade deadline. I see the Red Wings being, as weird as this sounds, I probably should save this for an episode, but we're live. We're out here. It's Christmas, everyone. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. Hope you all have your hot chocolate, or if you're like me, then you're drinking fresh lemonade. Yeah, I actually think that the Red Wings will be sellers at the deadline, but not because they're in a bad situation. I think because they just have. I think there's going to be a team that comes along and says, if Cam Talbot can get close or stay where he's at, close to just under 900 or gets above 900 save percentage, I think a team comes knocking for Cam Talbot and we can finally call up Sebastian Cosa. I think that would be at most what we do. Or if we make an upgrade somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, but talked about that in our most recent episode where the costs. Dano, he got moved for a second. Really not that great. He's not going to put points up for you. Plays good defense. Then who else was it? Then you saw Jari going over to the Oilers, and the Pittsburgh Penguins got a second, and also taking on Stuart Skinner. And then there was another trade that we saw too, as well. That I'm completely Mason Marchment, who got sent for a second and a fourth. He's got like 4 goals this season or something. So the costs right now are really high in the trade department. So I'm not too sure if the Red Wings are in a position right now to actually be buyers in a market that's gonna charge an arm and probably both of your legs, not just one. All right, yeah, let's get focused into this game. Puck's in the Red Wing zone. There you go, Sider. Yeah, rough them up like you do every game. And then here comes Simon Evanson getting the puck out. There you go, Larkin. Larkin over the Finney. Man, Larkin got beat up right there. Is Jamie Benn playing? Asking for obvious reasons. Good save, Gibby. There you go. Yeah, you eat that up. I surely thought that was going in. That is the one thing that the Detroit Red Wings, I will say, lack is they lack at stopping players from being able to get into the high slot so easily. Like whoever this number 55 is, I'm not sure exactly who that is, actually. I should have that pulled up, so I do apologize about that. But let's see. It was 55 on Dallas. Thomas Harley. Yeah, Thomas Harley. Yeah, they got to stop the Red Wings got to stop allowing players to just walk into the high slot like that, even down lower on the slot. Just caked walked in there. There's no reason for that. I think we need to trade Talbs to Oilers for second round or something like that. I don't even know if the Oilers have a second round pick at this point. Well. Look who it is.
Wee-wah. Oh, wow, wow,
Look
wow,
who it
wee-wah.
is. Is that my knight in shiny armor?
What's popping? I see people hating on Rass, and then he goes and does a play like that.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I never thought I'd say like Gibson, great windmill glove save by Gibson, and then Rass goes and finds open ice, passes it to nobody, and makes a play. Just what are we watching right now?
Classic move by him, bro. What's up, Daddy Carlo? How's the Christmas stuff going on, buddy?
Dude, I cannot. It's just never ending, brother. It's insanity, but it's fun, dude. It's fun. Like like it's 7 o'clock already. I feel like I woke up 20 minutes ago to start the day, and it's 7 p.m. and the Wings are on. This 6:30 start time's got me a little messed up though too. So I was trying to get
Yeah.
everything done, racing to get stuff done for a 6:30 start, and I failed. I did not meet the deadline.
Yeah, no kidding. I just looked down at the clock, 7:10. Yeah, and I was rushing and everything. I shoved pizza down my throat before hopping on here too. Carlo, I'm trying to catch up with this chat here because
Yeah, let's
someone
do it. What do
says
we got? What's up, everybody?
Wingnut84 says I think we need to trade Taubes to the Oilers for a second round or something like that. Do the Oilers even have a second round pick right now, Carlo?
I don't know. We can find out real quick. But you know what? The Oilers are in big trouble. Like I don't know what they're gonna do with their goaltending situation. Like, and I don't want to help them. Selfishly, I don't want to help them. I think we
I
should
don't,
just keep doing what we're doing. What are
yeah,
the
I don't.
levels like? Somebody said to turn up the mic. What are we looking at level? I think it was Wignut. Can you everybody hear us?
Whose mic needs to be turned up? Is it Carlo or is it mine?
It's probably not mine, dude. I'm pretty nuts.
It could have been
But
mine
it could
too.
be. It could be. I can boost a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but
We'll just wait for the comment to come through. I should probably scroll down on the comments.
this is
Turn
a
up
good
mic.
game
Oh
though,
yeah,
eh?
that would have been yours. Dude, that's what I was saying. Yeah, even though it's like no one's really got too many shots right now.
Yeah, it's gives me a playoff vibe type of game, man. They're playing competitive. They're so far so good. Carlos quiet. Is it
Carlo is
any
quiet.
is it any better? Because like I bumped it a little bit. I don't
Does
know.
Carlo sound a little bit better, people? Go ahead and go on a little rant there, Carlo.
Yeah, I mean, let me know if I need to bump up. I can't really speak louder because then my kids gonna
Bump,
wake up, and that's just a problem for everybody. But
bump it up.
yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I was saying, and this will help with the rant. I think this is a playoff vibe, man. This is great. This is awesome to watch right now. These two teams, I think they're both 7-2-1. Um,
Drew
but
says to
Detroit's hanging.
Drew says to give it another bump.
Give it another bump. He's good now. Right
Okay,
on. Thanks, man.
he's good
Appreciate
now.
you
There we
guys.
go.
Good looks.
Cool.
Good looks. Um,
Yeah, because
yeah, I
they had to
forgot.
move the Oilers had to move their 2029 second, I think it was, for Tristan Jarry.
Oh man. And then that lasted what, 6 periods? Really? Like 6 periods?
For real. Yeah. Yeah, they don't really have too much left. And I don't like
Yeah.
the way. Oh, there we go. Okay, no, so they do have a second round pick this year. Oh no, they still have all their second round picks.
Man, Detroit's playing some nice hockey right now. They're not giving the puck up stupidly. If they don't see something, they turn around. This is boys, girls, whoever's watching. This is dope. This is good hockey that we're watching right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like remember back in the day when we were told that Steve Yzerman's draft style, we were going to end up kind of being like the New York Islanders or the Carolina Hurricanes, where it's not sexy hockey, high scoring, and really good defense. This is the type of game that I'm thinking that we're going to get today is really good defensive type of hockey because the Dallas Stars, they're not a schmuck team. And that's what
Dude,
we need to
absolutely not.
see.
They're great.
Yeah, we need to see the Detroit Red Wings come out hot, both on the defensive end and offensively. Because then obviously that
Well,
bodes answering the question too is Carlo, you didn't really get to answer the question, and I asked it in our most recent episode. Well, you technically answered it for me once before, but I'll ask you again. And for everyone that's watching and listening, can the Detroit Red Wings make the Stanley Cup playoffs this year without being buyers at the trade deadline?
is that I think so. Yeah, my answer is yes.
I said yes as well.
Barring injury, of course. Like the only reason I
Yeah.
think we're going to be a deadline buyer is if we lose somebody like substantial. But other than that, they're doing it. Like we're watching them do it right now. I'm going to knock on wood, but I mean like seems like they're figuring things out. I don't know what's the top line, like they're the only ones that are really kind of concerning. because they've been pretty kind of dormant. But once they get going again, it's a matter of time because DeBrincat, that second line can't carry this team to the promised land, but they have been. But once Larkin's top line gets going, dude, yeah, dude, I think this team can make the playoffs. Someone's saying no. Wingnut 84. Why? Like, why don't you think they're? What haven't you seen over the course of the last 10 games that's making you say no? I'm just genuinely curious because maybe I'm
We are
missing.
we are starting to see some teams get hot, like the Tampa Bay Lightning are getting hot. Somehow Montreal is able to stay a little bit relevant, and a lot of their key injured players are going to start
Yeah,
coming back. Not saying that
yeah.
that's going to push Detroit out, but let's see here. Who else? The Florida Panthers are starting to get hot again. Kachuk should be coming back here pretty soon. Then the Sens, you always got to worry about the Sens. I think Linus Allmark, didn't he get second star of the week?
Wouldn't surprise me, man. When he gets hot, he's pretty nasty.
So it's going to be really interesting to see how it all shakes up. But I think the Red Wings could. But I think everyone has PTSD from the Red Wings always failing every March, Carlo. I think that's what
Well,
really
okay. Well, what
sticks to
happened in
people.
December? The Red Wings always fail in December.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
What?
you got a
Where's
good
that
point
crowd
there.
at?
Yeah. I will say that that was a good chance right there. No one's there to
What's on you?
collect
Hey,
that
what
rebound.
what what time is on your stream in
Yeah, I think
Ontario?
I might be a little behind, but I'm at 250.
You're okay. I'm behind then.
Oh, you're behind? Oh, okay,
So
shoot.
you're gonna have to withhold your celebrations for like 30
I'm gonna
seconds
I'll try
because
to.
I'm apparently 30 seconds delayed. But Wingnut 84, he goes, we don't have the power forward or the hitting, and our D outside of Cider and Edmonton is atrocious. Well, I can't really argue on the power
Yeah,
forward piece.
I think that's correct for both parts, what he just said there. I mean,
The thing
Sherrod
is our D though, like,
yeah,
yeah, okay, it's the third pairing is the biggest concern for me. But the
correct.
way they're being utilized and the way they're who they're partnered with, like if you note, like, so watch when Eljo's on the ice with JBD, he's going to be on the ice with guys that are guaranteed back checkers. So like they have the help from the forward group, and then you're going to have Cider and Edvinson on the weaker back checking lines. Like now that's hockey, I understand that's, but the way they're doing this consistently is it's working like really really well. So I don't know. Like, yeah, our D on paper is not, it's not sexy at all. And the third pairing, I wish would get, some sort of tweak would be done there. But
Is it better or is it worse when you put it on paper than the Ottawa Senators defense, Carlo?
are we opening that can? Holy.
So I don't know for everyone who's watching and listening, there was I don't know if he's actually prominent within whatever, but someone from the Ottawa Senators fan base decided to crop a photo of the Red Wings defense and the Senators defense. What did the tweet say, Carlos? Something about he did a deep dive into the Red Wings defense and it's nowhere near close to being as good as the Ottawa Senators defense. And it was like week 1 of the NHL season. And it just got dogged on. Suns obviously aren't living up to that potential.
You
Do
know,
they make the playoffs this year, Carlo? The
the
Senators,
Senators.
you think?
I honestly, I don't know. I haven't really watched them play that much.
Neither have I.
I've really only watched the Wings.
I was telling everyone I've watched the Habs a few number of times actually so far this season, and they're actually pretty. I'm just glad I'm not a Habs fan, but they're pretty fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Senators.
No, the Habs. Don't
Oh
do
yeah,
that to
no,
me.
the Senators. The Habs are fun to watch. They're a young, dynamic team. ASP and Sherrod aren't bad, but they aren't cup second line. Yeah, we're
Oh,
not
of
even
course
gonna,
not.
of course not, but could they be a playoff second line, first round, maybe get out of the first round? I think so. The way they're being deployed right now, I think it's possible.
I will say though, Sherrod definitely embodies the type of second pairing defenseman that the Red Wings need to make a player like ASP successful on the second pair. someone who is a big body but plays a little bit better of a shutdown defensive game than what Sherratt does. Sherratt's just a little bit older. I'm sure if we got Sherratt, who did he get traded to? Who was that? The Florida Panthers that one year?
Ben
Where,
Sherratt?
yeah, when he fetched whatever team it was, that first round pick. Anyways,
I can't.
Ben Sherratt is no
It
spring chicken
It
anymore.
might have been Florida.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the type of player you would want to go out and get for Axel as a defensive partner. Big body guy, someone who plays a good shutdown game.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like they really need to focus on ASP when they do find that left-handed D for the second pairing. Like ASP needs to be at the forefront of that because you need a really good defensively sound defenseman to cover up for Axel, or to give Axel a little bit more freedom to do his thing offensively. Because even now, like I feel like he's not full throttle in terms of what he can do offensively. Mind you,
Sure.
that's because he's getting used to the NHL and all that. But I think once they find him a D partner and he grows comfortable with this D partner, and this D partner is defensively sound, man, I think ASP is gonna like unlock something for him. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. But I think they really need to put a lot of focus on that.
Would you say
they
that
look
that's
for him.
more important this upcoming offseason is to find that perfect pair for someone like ASP long term, or finding that left wing one spot player?
Probably long term.
Yeah, for the long term, which one would you rather have?
Oh, sorry. Ask the question again. Sorry, I'm watching.
No, you're good. Yeah, I know. The Red Wings are killing a power play right now, so it's 5-on-4. Good on Gibby. There were a couple shots there. Oh, he lost the puck a little bit. Kind of went into his pads there, it looks like. So the question was,
Yeah.
in the offseason, if you could pick one priority, is it to find a long-term defensive partner for ASP on the left side, or is it filling the left wing one spot?
Oh, I think
now that doesn't mean like Kyle Connor level of left wing one, but like another top 6 player, let's say.
I think the D is priority one. For me, it is. There's not really a right answer. It's completely subjective. However you feel is okay and perfectly fine. For me, I think it's got to be the left D piece for the long term plan, because that's, I mean, like we're scoring goals, we're playing well offensively. It's defensively that sometimes we still get hemmed in. Sometimes we have a hard time clearing the zone. It's not nearly as bad as it was before, but
Drew says he thinks that the lefty is most important long term. We have pieces in the system at forward coming. I would agree. I mean, you still have Booch Bombs, you have Genborg. Both of those guys shoot right, I believe. But Booch primarily plays on the left flank.
Yeah, a while, I think, a couple years. I think that the lineup we have right now is getting really close. I mean, somebody's talking about like Finney has been great, dude. Finney has been unreal.
Yeah, good.
I've seen that guy get. I've seen Larkin and Raymond go off, and Finney still is out there for another 30 seconds, and he does not look tired. So, like the way that guy manages his gas tank, or frankly, how big the guy's gas tank is, it's freakishly big, because that guy just doesn't run out of gas, and his legs are just, call him a quad god, because the guy just doesn't stop, and he doesn't get gassed, which is great. All right, listen, we came out of that first period looking like we dictated a lot of that first period. So we got to be pretty stoked about that. I'm pretty stoked about that.
Big first period. Super stoked.
And I think the Wings are the number 1 team, second period team in the league.
Yep, when it comes to scoring.
Yeah. So let's see what happens in this second. I'm pretty pumped to watch the rest of this game. I'm probably going to hop off after the intermission's over and get dialed into the second intermission, the second period. But this dude, I'm feeling good about this game, man. From what I've seen so far, it's been a good one. Can't believe Rasmussen though, eh? I saw. I don't know who it was. Somebody was chirping Ras. He's soft or
Oh
something.
yeah,
I don't
saying
really
that you need
disagree.
to send them down through waivers. We're
I don't
sorry
know
to pick
about
on you.
that.
No, we're not really picking on you in the chat here, but
PK though, think about it. Rasmussen on the PK,
yeah.
like he's a reason why our PK is pretty solid, man. Because he's a big dude. He's aggressive when he wants to be, at least on the PK. So maybe when he has to be. Um, but those are the things I would look at with Ras being shipped off. It's penalty kill. Who's taking that role? Because that's a big role.
So JVR is the lone scorer in this first period for the Detroit Red Wings
Love
versus the
that.
Dallas Stars game. 6
Love
shots on that for the Wings. And then I believe it is 5 shots on that for the Dallas Stars. And then the assists are made by primary assist Michael Rasmussen, secondary assist Simon Edvinsson. Another 5 versus 5 goal to Carlo. The Dallas Stars will be opening the second period on the power play with 22 seconds left with Moritz Seider in the box. So we're killing penalties without our Noritz Cider.
There it
Noritz
is.
Cider. Do you guys like that
Love
name?
that.
Post it in the chat if you like that name or not. I did tell Carlo, I was like, yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. And I know that I said it in our most recent episode, but were you surprised that Ken and Mick weren't fans of that nickname at all, Carlo?
Probably because they didn't come up with it. No, I'm just joking. I think it's clever. I think it's clever. I mean, it's obviously super cheese, but it's clever. You know, I don't know if there's a reason not to like it, you know, but whatever, to each their own.
Drew says, I'll eat crow. He was the one who was calling out
No,
Rasmussen.
it's all love, dude. Who cares? It's all good.
McJesus scored 3 points that
Husky's in the
game.
building. Mr.
Husky!
Shout out to Husky. What's up, dude?
Husky, what up, brother? Hey, when Carlo leaves, you're gonna have to hop on our stream here, buddy.
Fire up. Fire up. Total ice time. Just checking out the total ice time for the defenseman in the first period. And pretty balanced, pretty much what you would expect. I'm actually kind of surprised that Eljo and JBD had pretty much the same amount of time as like Mo Cider. I mean, he had a penalty though, so that's different.
Cider,
But
yeah, Cider in the penalty box for this PK that they're on.
yeah,
So a little more allotted time for Ben Sherrod, Simon Edmondson. But yeah, the other 4, or I guess the other 3 really, ASP, JBD, Aljo. Yeah, pretty close on time. Same amount of shifts. JBD's got a hit out there. Look at that. John Gibson, 5 on 5 on the saves. Looking good so far.
dude, that one save was dope.
Flashing the leather. I told him he needs to calm it down. Don't get too ahead of himself. But when you're feeling it as a goalie, Carlo, you're absolutely feeling it.
Ooh, Zach's dogs. They're cute. They're beauties. They can
My
bark as much as they
mom
want.
is visiting for the holidays, and
Oh,
she
no.
brought her dog. She's got a little small dog. So sorry for the yappy barking.
Hey, I thought you had big dogs, dude.
Yeah, I got 2 big dogs. I got a golden, I got an Aussie, and then this little small dog. It's like a small little poodle-ish kind of dog. I don't even know what kind of dog it is. Her name is Lily.
The fun ones. The fun dogs.
The dog is fast. Took the dogs to the park earlier. Dog was zooming everywhere.
Oh yeah, dude. Those little legs, low center of gravity. It's like Lionel Messi out there, just zipping around.
It's like Alex DeBrincat.
Yeah, exactly. Henry Moon's here. What's up, dude? Recognize that name. Always hitting up us in the comments. We appreciate that. What's he got to say? Eisman could acquire a legit top 4 D to pair with ASP. The Wings have legit chance to advance beyond first round. Yeah, I agree. Eisman's a beta GM. Yeah, I mean,
does he do that?
I think all GMs are beta GMs until they're not. So I'd expect to eventually see him break out and go alpha. Would you say, Zach?
Does he do that at the trade deadline, though, to advance beyond first round of playoffs? So assuming he means this trade deadline, do we make an upgrade for a better pair for ASP now?
Well, I mean, like, it's tough to say. Like, I would think if this team is well into a playoff position and they're pretty much a lock for playoffs, then yeah, why wouldn't you go and make upgrades if you can? Like that, you know what I'm saying? But to call him a beta GM, I'm gonna hard stop that, dude. We've never been a lock for playoffs ever. So what's the point of going and selling off assets to when you're not a lock for playoffs? Like this season may be the first time that we are a lock for playoffs. Granted that things go well. So this is really the first time Eiserman has to be pretty proactive in the trade deadline. That's just my opinion. Like I hear what you're saying. I know the frustration with fans and whatnot with Eiserman and his lack thereof when it comes to, you know, making moves, but we've never really been in this type of position. So if we can keep hanging on to this, I would expect to see some moves made for sure.
Drew says, let's hope for another Sabres collapse and they trade us Owen Power to pair with ASP. But I think Owen Power, the issue with him is that he tries to be a little more offensive minded. I don't know if he's considered like an offensive defenseman, but if you want to call him two-way, I don't even know if two-way is really the best defenseman for someone at ASP. Considering him, you would label him as an offensive defenseman first, right, Carlo? That's what I would put him as.
I think Owen Power would be a really good partner, but I don't know if Owen Power's coming to a team to play second pair. Like, wasn't that the beef in Buffalo with Power and Byram? Or Byram didn't want to be on the second pair or something? I might be getting that confused with another D man, but I'm pretty sure that was a deal.
Well, I think too, the issue is that they have Darlene, Power, and Byram all shooting left, and they have to
Mhm.
put one or two of those guys over on the right. They
One
just
of them
got
can
they got
move.
Kesserling in that trade, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
solved it a little bit, but I'm not really sure. But I think Byram would probably be the better option than Power for someone like ASP. But neither of those guys are really. I mean, Owen Power's huge. He's a big guy.
Yeah,
Like he's
yeah,
tall.
no.
Byram's not really exactly the biggest.
We will see, dude. I mean, this is an like I said, this is a very interesting season. If we continue to play the way we're playing, continue to win games, continue to hang with the likes of the Washington Capitals, who are just insane defensively, and this game's only the first period, so you don't want to put the cart before the horse too much. But I mean, that was a really good first period. If this team's got some things figured out, and they do continue to play this well to the point where they're 95, 96, 99 points, and they are in the playoffs. I think come trade deadline, you have to make Eisman's going to have to make some upgrades if he wants to go the distance. Um, so I mean, I'm looking forward to that, and that's what I'm most excited about. Is we're going to see Eiserman, we're going to see this team really force Eiserman's hand, and if there's anything to be critical of Eiserman on, it would be if he doesn't make a move, he doesn't pull the trigger, and these guys get bounced in the first round in Game 7. Then it's like, okay, that's probably Steve. Why didn't we do something? You know what I mean? That's the way I would look at it quickly. But either way, guys, let's just enjoy the ride because this has been a great ride so far. No, come on now, let's get
Been one
fired
hell
up
of a
here.
season so far. Yeah, this has probably been the most exciting 3 months of Detroit Red Wings hockey that we've had in 10 some odd years, probably, Carlo,
It's
right?
been a minute. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
been a minute.
you could probably count in that season where we had Ghost Bear, Wallman still, Perron, Daddy P still on the team, and Lucas Raymond coming in clutch on those last two Montreal Canadiens games to send into OT and whatever
Oh,
else the other goal was too. I mean, that was some exciting freaking hockey for Detroit Red Wings fan base. And yeah, we could have been a playoff team a little bit sooner if that wasn't up for that stupid tie-breaking rule. Washington Capitals somehow snuck in there versus us.
yeah, and that
It
coach
probably
though.
was a benefit that we didn't make the playoffs. It's always in hindsight, but you can't, that's one thing that I would say that I wish that the Detroit Red Wings that season did make the playoffs is because of that experience. You can't take away experience. That only helps a team. And that's why it's important for us to, if Ottawa doesn't make it, that's a little more beneficial for us. But if Montreal makes it again, And let's say somehow we fall in the standings and we have to play Montreal first round in the playoffs. Montreal would probably beat our butts because they have that experience before we did, Carlo. You agree or
Yeah,
disagree on
but
that?
I don't know.
And I'll
I
be
don't
right
know if
back.
I
You go in
agree.
depth about that.
Didn't Montreal get bounced in 4 games?
Yeah, it was 4 or 5 games, I believe. I gotta grab my charger. I'll be right back, though.
Yeah, hit it up. Hit it up. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Because now you're comparing this team and what they're doing to a team that like was a fringe playoff team. Like I don't think like if somebody were to ask me right now if the playoffs started tomorrow, are the Detroit Red Wings a fringe playoff team? The answer is obviously no. So Adam Kerr, what's up, dude? Thanks for popping in. The Maple Leafs, though. What do you mean, man? They got Derek Lalonde running their power play now, man. Haven't you heard? Big things
Dude,
coming for them
how
Leafs.
did Derek Lalonde also not get fired? What the
No
heck?
idea.
Yeah, now he's running the power play. What's going on?
No clue. Zach, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If the playoffs started tomorrow, would you consider the Detroit Red Wings a fringe playoff team?
In terms of like when we say fringe,
Like they're gonna get into the playoffs and get bounced in the first round. 4 games, 5 games max. They're gone. Fringe playoff team.
are we saying if the playoffs started today,
Yeah, like if today was the last game of the regular season.
who would we go up against?
I don't know. I think like Philly.
Ooh, that would be really fun. If it's against a team like Philly, I think the Wings beat Philly.
I mean, yeah, I think so too. The only reason I'm asking is because when you were asking about the Montreal Canadiens last year, like versus the team this year,
Fringe playoff team. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, dude, I don't think Detroit's a fringe playoff team. If it started tomorrow, we have a lot of season left. But
I mean, John, I think what makes a playoff team good is how good your goaltender is. John
yep,
Gibson, 7-game heater right now, currently.
yep,
Cam Talbot seems like he's starting to pick it up a little bit more as well. I got another question for you that I asked earlier, Carlo, but we'll continue this dialogue.
yep.
If John Gibson continues to stay hot, so if the playoffs were to start today and he's currently on that hot streak and he's looking so good so far this game, NHL better watch out. Hot hand on Alex DeBrincat. Lucas Raymond seems like he's putting the puck on that a little bit more. If Michael Rasmussen keeps on dumping pucks into Nowheresville and JVR somehow arrives, then yeah, we're a good team.
Dude, we need Larkin. We need Larkin to get his clutch
Yeah.
fix so he can put it into 5th gear and start playing the way he plays. So I think
He's
it's coming.
been-
I think it's coming.
What's up with Larkin lately? Let's actually touch on that for a little bit. He's been a little, I mean, he got an empty net goal, but he's been a little quiet lately. Wonder why
Yeah,
that is.
top line, man. I mean, outside of the power play, but like the top line 5-on-5 has been, yeah, I don't know. They've been dormant. They've been quiet. They've been sleepy. So I'm hoping they wake back up. I will trash Rass all season if he keeps his ass in gear. Amen to that, brother. I do it all the time. I trash them all, and then they score, and it's hilarious. Adam
Wingnut
Kerr, we'll
said,
catch up on these chats here.
yeah, Wingnut said Talbs won't be here for playoffs, which is what I was going to ask you, Carlo. Is that, I guess the question is, do you think the Red Wings are buyers or sellers at the deadline? And I said earlier, I think they're more so sellers, not because they need to sell, but I think there's going to be a team out there that desperately needs a goaltender that is in a playoff situation or trying to be in the hunt for the playoffs. And they come to us for Cam Talbot because we know that we have Sebastian Cossa. Your thought on that?
It's possible, and I'm not opposed to. This is going to answer a few people's questions because Henry Moon was talking about, when do you guys think Cosa's called up?
Yeah.
Cosa's call up is just being blocked by one of our goaltenders right now in
Yep.
Gibson and Talbot. The thing is that Gibson and Talbot have traded places. Like Gibson's playing the way Talbot was playing, and Talbot's playing the way Gibson was playing. It's super weird, but I think they need to see a little bit more from one of those guys who are going to take the bull by the horns. And at that point in time, at least for me, I'd feel more comfortable trading the other one. So let's say it's Cam Talbot, trading him to Edmonton, get back what you get, and then at that point you see Kosa come up. But I think that would probably happen because you got to get Kosa some games, right? So Kosa can't come up until Postava is healthy. That's another great
Right.
point, which
Yeah.
I'm hearing. We heard he's kind of close. I don't really know what the extent of his injury is. I just heard he was kind of close. So I don't know. Make sure you guys follow the Hockeytown West boys because they'll keep you guys updated on when those goalies come back in action. But Henry Moon, to directly answer your question, if I were to predict it, I'm with you. Talbot probably traded to the Oilers. If I were to throw out a prediction on when is Kosa called up, probably like February. And that means that Talbot is also gone in February. So I don't know. We'll
Yeah, and
see.
GR's in no rush with. I mean, Gylander looks pretty good with them too in Grand Rapids.
Dude, Gylander, didn't you get a shutout the other night? He looks great.
And that's another reason why we could see Sebastian Kosa getting called up, because what's more for him to do for Grand Rapids at that point? Because once Postava is ready,
Yeah,
you can call
exactly.
up Gylander, and the ECHL is now on strike. Carlo, did you see that?
No, I did not see that. No
They
shit.
are officially on strike.
Wowzers.
Yes. So that has
Wowzers.
officially started. So it's a good thing that they called up Gylander when they did. So as soon as they get that green light for Postava,
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
that's the green light that Talbot can get traded. But I think Yzerman, part of me wants to think Yzerman wants to hesitate a little bit on that as long as he possibly can, because goaltenders, I mean, injuries happen all the time. We just saw Tristan Jarry. We were talking about that. We laughed about that. Jarry played 6 periods and he got injured.
Yeah, something like that. And he's done.
After getting traded.
6 weeks or something like that. I wanted to catch back up to Adam Kerr too. Feel we want a big swing at the deadline. I think he just missed our conversation because I'm 100% with him. However, I feel they will acquire a solid defensive defenseman like Alexiak. Yeah, dude, 100%. As long as they keep ASP in mind, ASP is going to be the driver on who they bring in. But I'm with you, dude. A defensive defenseman, throw him on the second pair, drive Sherratt down to the third pair, and I think we're pretty solid. I think Sherratt on the third pair really balances things out.
Second period is now underway. Red Wings killed off the penalty, which is super nice to see. Puck is still in their own zone, though.
Yeah. Dallas is going to come out. Oof. John Gibson's tracking that puck. Woo. We love it.
He must have watched one of our episodes.
I mean, dude, I went off. I felt bad. Like, I had to apologize publicly. I felt bad.
And then
I went so hard
like,
on the guy. I'm like, dude.
Everyone was like, why are you apologizing? Because I genuinely felt bad too. Like I did.
Gibby is tracking the puck well. This is a good time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we're seeing some things. And watch Dallas tie it up. Stop it.
But I think you will agree with me when I say this, Carlo, and I say this to people all the time. Like, in regards to our podcast, when the Wings do good, we do good. Obviously, the fan base does really well, you know. But it's good for the league in general when the Detroit Red Wings are good. Like any original 6 team, the league is doing really well if those teams are.
100%. 100%.
Is this Ottinger in net for Dallas?
I thought it was, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they said Casey DeSmith at the start of the game. I could be hearing. Yeah, I think that's DeSmith, number 1. Pretty sure.
It's pretty ballsy for, yeah, it is. It's pretty ballsy for them to put in Smith instead of Ottinger, but the Red Wings playing so good lately. I don't know what the Smith's been doing this season so far, but let's see. Oh, he's actually doing really good. He's got 9 wins for him and a 220 goals against and a 920 save percentage. Wow, DeSmith. Okay.
Hey, man, you ride the hot hand, right?
Yeah, no kidding. I guess so. Yeah, I don't think it's not like Ottinger's been doing bad. No, Ottinger's been doing good. He's got 16 wins, 2 shutouts, 250 goals against, and a 910 save percentage.
Dallas is a good team, man. This is a really big game for Detroit. Just a good test. Really good test.
Sometimes I do wonder what the Detroit Red Wings, what would have been if they moved on from Holland sooner and they signed Jim Nill as the general manager. Never would have had
Probably
Steve Yzerman.
no, no. We probably would be good things would probably have happened. Jim Nill's a phenomenal GM.
Jesus,
But
boys.
then it's like we wouldn't have Sider, we wouldn't have Edvinson, we wouldn't have Raymond. I'm sure we'd have some other studs. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm happy with where we're at, man. Like I'm content.
Yeah, it's tough not to be excited for where we're at. Carlo, you didn't get to touch on this, but what were your thoughts on he's back in tonight's game, Marco Casper, but he was scratched last Sunday. Your thoughts on that?
Well, based off what Todd said in the post game, I don't know if you caught that, but Casper wasn't scratched for his play because the first game against Washington, he actually looked way more like himself, and he
Yeah.
played. I thought he played great. But from what Todd said, and who knows if this is the case or not, he wanted to make sure that every player got to play in front of their moms, and I love that. It's a great culture thing.
Yeah, sure.
Um, did Todd admittedly say, did we ice the best lineup? Probably not. I mean, good on him for taking the risk and making sure those guys got to play in front of their moms. I think that's such a nice touch, very, very classy. And now you're seeing Casper right back in the game. So let's see how he looks in the second. I thought he had a decent first. See how he looks in the second. But I don't think there's much there. I think it was somebody had to come out to get somebody in to play in front of their mom, and that's perfectly fine with me, man. That's a good call.
Well, now we're seeing Soderblom out. You're gonna have Kaner come back. John Leonard, assuming he is the extra guy and you send him down,
Yeah, probably. I think that's going to be the case.
and then rotate Soda with JVR as Casper. I mean, we saw it. It was a 3-man rotation. We talked about that. Now that Berge is out, so is it only a 2-man rotation now?
I want to see MBN back up, man.
We were talking about NBN at some point too. Let's touch on some of these comments that we have here. Let's see. Who sees the cup out of the Central? I mean, that would be the Avs. Hands
Are
down,
they
the
Central?
Avs. Are Avs Central? Could have sworn they
I
were.
have to pull it up. I don't remember. I don't memorize anything but the Atlantic.
They are the Central. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's the Avs. That
Yeah.
hurts the Stars. I don't think it's Minnesota.
Gonna
I think
be between the two of them. That's for
Yeah.
damn sure.
I don't think it's Minnesota. The addition of Quinn Hughes obviously is huge to them, but you gave up so much. I just don't know. Their center depth is whack. But that's who I would pick out of the Central. Other questions. My dream, or this isn't even a question, this is a comment though. My dream final is Sider versus Schneider. So Red Wings versus New York in Madison Square Garden. I mean, shoot, if we got red versus blue again, Carlo, that was one hell of a game.
Boy. I wonder, do you think if the Wings were to make the playoffs, can they continue to wear their Centennial jersey in the postseason? Or is that just a regular season thing?
That's a really great question, actually.
I don't know. I hope they, man, if they made the playoffs, I'd go Centennial full time.
You think
Every game.
think there's a rule about that where
I don't know.
teams
Man.
can't wear like alternate jerseys? I mean, is that technically an alternate jersey? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it'd be an alternate jersey. Yeah, technically, because they'd have the Reds, their home Reds, their away whites, and then that one. But they don't have an alternate jersey. They never have an alt. Like they're like one of the only teams in the league, if not the only team in the league that does they only have 2 jerseys.
All right. I'm getting tweets before it actually happens on my TV.
Oh,
but
baby.
Yeah.
No,
but it's waved off.
Let's find out why. I'm telling you right now, Casper set that up, and boy, oh boy,
Danielson getting another goal waved off of him is just pure diabolical.
Let's crank the volume here. Hang on. Let's see what's happening.
For what?
They're saying it was kicked in. Oh yeah, he kicked it in. Unless he touched it at the
I
very
think he
end.
touched it afterwards because he did. I wouldn't
No, he
say that's
kicked
a
it in. That's
kick.
no goal.
I
That's no
wouldn't.
goal.
I would say that's more of a redirection. I don't know if you call that. I mean, I guess it's a kick. That's more of a redirection than anything.
I don't know, dude. There's a kicking motion.
Drew says BS.
That's
Goal,
no goal.
Nate, BS.
That's no goal. Come on, guys.
I see the league calling it no goal, but to me, if I'm a ref trying to be unbiased, I know it's my team scoring here, but I'd be like, okay, his attention was fully to redirect
Yeah, they're
the
not even going
puck.
to challenge that. No, that's no goal.
No, no goal. Wow.
Keep the
All
pressure
right.
up, though. Keep the pressure up, though.
No, that's great. Yeah, you would have had a 2-0 game right there. Going over into the comments some more, Carlo. Wingnut said, going back to the whole Jim Nil over Steve Eiserman GM thing, I think Illich wanted Stevie the whole time.
Oh yeah,
More than
absolutely.
likely. Yeah, because there was that conversation. That's why Steve went over to Tampa Bay because they weren't ready to let go of Kenny Holland.
Yeah, let Steve go and ripen up as a GM, which he sure did. And he
Adam
came back.
Kerr, if Gibson keeps this good play up, could he get Olympics consideration? I don't think so. I mean, there's way too many good United States
Yeah,
goaltenders.
sure
There's
things.
Hellebuck, Ottinger. There's also Bennington if you wanted to include Bennington, but Bennington's been really bad lately. So maybe if Gibson just continues doing what he's
Isn't
doing,
Bennington for Canada?
or yeah, he is Canada. What's the
Take
other
my
goaltender
goalies,
that I'm
Zach.
thinking of?
What the hell, man?
Sorry. Yeah, you can keep your bad goalies over there, buddy. You guys have your own problems with Canada goalies.
We don't need goaltending. We're just that good of a team as a 5-man unit. What's up, Four Nations?
All right, let's
Hot
see.
take: Nate Danielson is our next captain in 1C. I think Sider's our next captain. That's
Wingnut
got to
is
be an unwritten rule.
must be drinking that Michael Devellano juice, whatever he's got going over there, because that's what Michael Devellano says is that Nate Danielson will one day be a future NHL captain, whether if that's with the Detroit Red Wings or not.
It's possible, but this team, Sider's the captain of this team after things.
Oh, 1000%. Yeah,
Like I don't see anybody else even coming close.
no, you can kind of pick that from a mile away, but. Is it ever too soon to start talking about conversations of who it is after Moritz Seider?
Yeah, I
It's
think
probably way too soon.
Yeah. Oh no. We're starting to break down in coverage. And look who's on the ice. So there you go. You got Albert Johansson with JBD, and you got Larkin, Finney, and Raymond on the ice. And there's Larkin back checking, playing defense because he's got the weaker defensive unit. So again, back to my earlier point about deployment, this is it right here. And it just makes a ton of sense.
Oh, there you
And
go.
this is why this team's able to do what they're doing. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I'm really loving this.
Yeah, I don't think people are truly fully appreciating the type of defensive play that the forwards are now playing for this team. I mean, you watched the very first game against the Montreal Canadiens, complete crap shoot of a game. You just completely let it go out of the gutter. You get a 5-game heater, then you kind of dwindled off a little bit more from there. The team wasn't clicking as well. Now you entered into the month of December. I mean, everyone is doing their full on assignments that the coaching staff has given them for every game that they go into. Larkin showcasing that. Aljo, though, I mean, yeah, you were kind of picking him up apart there, but I would agree with you. I mean, he was getting bullied out there playing or trying to get the net front guy out of the way in front of Gibson. Yeah. Aljo, I don't know if it's just a huge sophomore slump for him. Same thing with Casper, but every time I see a stat on him, it's him being the worst defensive player out on the ice within the NHL lately. It's very unfortunate, but hopefully it's just a case of a bad sophomore slump and the kid can add on some size and become a solid third pair guy for us. But chat, what do you guys think? Do you think Aljo can be a good second pair guy for the Detroit Red Wings in the future? If not, could it be Wallander? Could it be Bouillon? I don't think so. Do you think so, Carlo? I don't think any of those three guys.
We gotta go find. We gotta go get one. We gotta go get one.
Yeah.
You need a second pairing left-hand defenseman.
Yeah, that could be. We were talking about that earlier. It could be Power. It could be Byram. Hi, Mom. My mom said hi in the comments.
Ooh,
Oh, she also said hi here.
hey.
Hi,
Just
Mom.
firing the chat back up. There she is. Eljo's not second pair. No, he's not.
Do we bring up Watson for an assistant job next year so we don't lose him?
I don't know what we. I don't know what we. What do you mean by assistant job?
And which
Henry
Watson? Dan
Leonard
Watson or
leaving
the
this.
player? I don't
Oh,
see.
Dan Watson for an assistant job. That could be something. Yeah, maybe. Unless he wants to run it back with GR if
Is
they
his
do something
contract up?
crazy. I don't know.
Thanks for
Henry
saying hi to
Moon,
my mom.
who are you sending down to keep Leonard on the Red Wings?
I don't think they would have to. Why did they have to send? Well, because Mason Appleton was on IR. Patrick Kane wasn't. He's just day to day. The only reason why they sent Berge down was because they had to call up Leonard. So I don't think they would have to send anyone down.
You might be right, dude. Let's find
I
out.
think they have a full 23-man roster currently.
You might be right.
And they
But I don't
keep
know.
Leonard up for when they decide that they need someone else to call up for whatever reason.
Yeah, you're right. I'm seeing 23 with Kane still there, and yeah, no, we're good. Shit.
Let's see here. Comments. Wingnut says Eljo's not second pair. Also says hi, Mom. There are no other D in the system. This is from Henry Moon. Got to trade and give up assets. Yeah, we're not. And even if you go out and get one in the draft this season, the likelihood of them being game time ready after their draft, very low possibility. So I don't see us inserting an 18-year-old, 19-year-old defenseman on the left-handed side, second pair to pair up with ASP. Your best bet. I think I brought this up to you, Carlo, once. Would you feel comfortable? And I'll answer this question first. I would do this. I would feel comfortable with giving up our 2026 first. Maybe you have to include a prospect. It really depends on what player you're going out to get for a second pair left-handed D. Would you trade including the 2026 first round pick?
Yeah, I think you have to, man. I think you have to. The way some of these trades are going down right now and what's being given, what a save.
Yeah, that
The
was a
way
good
some of
save
these
by
trades
Gibby.
are going, yeah, I think you're going to need to include a first round pick. You could probably make it conditional, or at least try to, but yeah, you're gonna need to throw that pick in there. Leonard is better than Appleton and Comfer. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I want to see him play
If
for
you
more
want,
games. It's only been 24 games.
I guess it depends on what we're talking about there, though, Henry. Like, if we're talking about from a production standpoint, yeah, obviously Leonard's doing a little bit better on the production side. Appleton brings good PK. Comfer,
Comfer's a
I
vanilla
can't
milkshake.
make a
He's
good
vanilla.
argument for Comfer. I
I don't
really
know what's
can't.
there. I don't know what's there.
Honestly, if the Detroit Red Wings, though, Carlo, because it's no secret that the cap is going to continuously go up, if all the good players that are supposed to go into free agency continuously just re-sign with their clubs, I see a world where Steve Yzerman, if the cost is too much to move on from Comfer, because you either have to move on from Cop or Comfer next season, not both. I don't think that's possible. I do believe you have to move on from one. I think it's more likely Steve Yzerman buys out Comfer than even tries to trade him.
Could be. I don't know when though. I don't know if it would be after this season or after next.
If you did it in the offseason, you would pay him for the next 4 years.
How much?
It's not a lot. I could pull up
Two?
the calculator real quick.
They're probably in the twos, right? She's 5 million, 5 point whatever million.
Buyout calculator, Comfer. Let's see. So it would be, yeah, you're saving. So his cap hit
Oh my
for
god. Sorry, we're talking about buying O'Comfort. He just made a sweet.
that was him, wasn't it? Jesus, yeah. Let's keep this up. Come on. Keep on talking all that smack, and these players are Raz, now Comfort on the PK too.
On
Dallas
the
is on the
PK,
power
yeah.
play.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, who's up next? Who else do we want to rag on right now? Maybe they'll score.
But Comfort, if you were to buy him out in the offseason, his cap hit for 26-27 comes in under $2 million. Same for the following season, 27-28. And then for 28, from the 28-29 season until the 29-30 season, each season it's $1.5 million that you're paying him.
And then damn, that's not terrible.
I mean, you're like, look, if you're not able to go out because the cap's going up, right? So there's a floor you still have to meet, right? So the biggest contract that we have to extend is Simon Evanson. Simon Evanson's not getting 10 mil.
I mean,
You're probably not going to get a big name free agent player. So if you still want to accrue cap somehow, without going and signing a free agent for $9 million who's at the age of 31 for 4 years or 5 years, buy out Comfer, and then you get the roster spot.
yeah. I don't hate it.
Because
I
you
really
got
don't hate it. Oh, no.
Buchelnikov hopefully coming over next year. Max Plant could make a case. MBN.
Oh, dude, MBN. I
Wow,
really
good
want
save by
MBN
Gibby
back.
there.
Yeah, dude, he's poke checking too. Saw really nice. He's just tracking the puck well. I
Yeah.
shouldn't say that right now, but
No, I mean, I was about to say it too with you. Ah, wow. He almost
knew I
had that
shouldn't
too,
have
but
said that.
he was following that, bro. No one's saving that shot.
No, I agree.
Top corner shot, Larkin in the
Larkin
press
in the
box.
box, dude.
Or
What is
not the
going?
press box,
Larkin
in the
needs to
box,
get.
yeah.
He needs to get a goal.
Yeah, that's your two main PK guys right there, Sider and
happened
Dylan
here?
Larkin, both going in the box this game. Oof.
That's a little ugly. The guy's all alone. Heinz is all alone. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
That's
no goalie's saving that shot though. But
No,
he had way too much space.
and it's against the Dallas Stars. You're just gonna allow goals. It's on the PK. You know, it is what it is. That's a really great shot. You can only do so much covering on there. So
Not
just
the
overall.
greatest second period though. Let's just want to call that out. We talked about being a really good second period team. Not the greatest period here. The first period they had a little more spice, a little more pepper. Where's the pepper?
I mean, it was a little slow first period though, too. I think there was only a total of 4 shots.
Yeah, there really
within the
wasn't
first 10
much.
minutes.
But they had a little jump.
Who scored that? That was Hens, assisted
Yeah.
by Rantanen and Robertson. That's just a sick top 3 right there on the forward end for that team.
Yeah, and power play too. End of the power play. So you probably got your second PK unit out. Sucks. Just sucks. What is what it is. It's all right. We'll get one back. Larkin better get one back. Say that right now, real quick.
Yeah, come on, Cap. I selected him for first goal scorer of the game too, Captain Larkin, and he disappointed me. But it was good to see old man JVR get that.
Yeah, it's always good to see him score.
Ooh, Haskey coming in here. Plant, MBN, Buchelnikov, future line is going to be nasty. Yeah. Yes, sir.
No
yes,
question.
It's going to be a nasty line.
No question. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna try to pop on after the second intermission, maybe for the third period. But I'm gonna hop off. Haskey, jump in, take my place.
Come on in, Haskey.
Zach
the water's
misses you.
just fine. All right, Carlo.
All right, I'll text you, and I'll probably be in the chat. I'll catch you in the chat.
All right, buddy. Yeah.
All right, folks. Later, Gator.
All right. Now y'all are stuck with me. Just kidding. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get our boy Hasky up in here. Let's see. How do I? All right. Hasky, my boy. How do we get you in here? I know one way. I do know that Jake Rivard's actually at this game. I was asking if he wanted to come on live too. He's at this game right now. Hopefully he's the good luck charm that the Wings needed, because I certainly am not. I am 0 for 3 this year on Red Wings games. Every game I've been to, they have lost. I am bad juju. Wingnut says Hasky is a boomer in disguise. Hasky, I got you. I sent you that link, dog. Hey, don't say that. Hasky is not a boomer. Hasky is actually a really, really good friend of ours. We love you, buddy. If you guys don't know Hasky, go ahead and give him a follow over on Twitter. He's also got his own YouTube channel, Hasky Highlights, as it says right there in the chat. Go ahead and give him a subscription on YouTube. Subscribing is free. If you guys are in the chat right now, if you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And please also go ahead and like this live stream. That truly does help us out. We do appreciate you guys. And thank you for joining me once again on this live stream. Hope everyone is having a fantastic holiday week. Christmas coming up. Merry Christmas. All the other holidays that come in between as well. Man, Dallas is just putting on a clinic for the Red Wings right now in their own zone. How to keep the puck contained in the offensive zone. Made and created by the Dallas Stars. And the Red Wings are doing a really good job at following along with their plan here to showcase on how it's really done. Yeah, there are definitely bits and pieces in games with the Red Wings still that you see them lacking to get the puck out of their own zone. But at least it's not as terrible as it was in recent seasons where they just, I mean, right now they're actually not doing anything to make me sound any better or more positive. There you go, Gibby. Man, this defense is not looking
Hello?
good right now. Yo,
We working?
we're working.
up?
There he is. What's up, dude?
How's it going?
What's going
What's up?
on?
What's up?
What's up with
Not too
you,
much.
my boy? How about
Not
these
much.
wingies right now?
Not too bad. Little 1-1 tie.
Yeah, Dallas
Could
is
be
kind of
better,
putting on
could
a
be
clinic
worse.
on how to keep the puck in the offensive zone against the Red Wings, you know?
Yeah. Hopefully a little spark here. Big end of the second period. Maybe a big goal.
I hope.
See.
We got our boy Hasky over here dropping in the chat.
What's
What up,
going
Hasky?
on, everybody?
You had a hater over here, Wingnut, saying you're a boomer in disguise, buddy.
Oh, Wingnut. I finally figured out how to do it, buddy. You've been asking for a while. I think he's a big
did
fan
you?
of us both. Wants the collaboration.
Ooh.
He was hyped when we did it a couple weeks ago, but then I couldn't figure out the camera settings and stuff. But we're going and doing it now.
What is from Hanover, Germany? Damn it, dude, deuce, nope. What you saying over there, big dog? I come back and Hasky is here. Sup, dude? That's from Drew.
What up?
Yeah, we got Hasky
Welcome.
in the house.
That's how I see the chat. There we go.
Oh,
There,
thanks
now
for
I
the
can see what people are
dono,
saying.
Wingnut. He says, Wingnut84 says he loves you, Hasky.
Wingnut. There you go, buddy. Hope you're gonna have a good Christmas.
Yeah, I hope you all are having
You're
a
at
good
work, aren't you,
Christmas.
Wingnut? Are you working right now, Wingnut? He's usually working when he watches the streams.
Wingnut, what do you
He
do for work
gets
that you're
paid to
able
watch
to?
us.
Yeah, what do you do for work that you're able to watch the Wings and watch Husky and all this stuff? What are you doing over there? You working from home on the midnight shift or what, buddy? Heavy machinery operator? See, I'm slacking too. I should have worn my Wings jersey. See, I don't even have a Christmas hat.
I
No,
knew it.
nothing.
No, I got the tree. It's just out of frame.
I do have my mom. It's so funny because my mom's here too. She's over for the holiday and everything, and
Oh yeah.
she asked me, she's like, do you want like this 4.5 foot Christmas tree? And I was like, no, I'm satisfied with my Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It just comes in a box that's like about this
Yeah.
big, and it's got like the one art ornament on it.
I don't know if I can yeet mine down or not.
Yeah,
Just
drop
a
it in the
little guy.
chat, everyone. What is
It's
your
too-
favorite holiday Christmas cookie? Drop it in the chat for us real quick. I love a good chocolate chip cookie. I know that's not a holiday cookie, but you can't go wrong with like the classic Christmas tree cookie. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? You can't go wrong with that. The one with like the little like sprinkles on it. I love those ones. Those ones are my favorite. Other than that, I love a good sugar cookie. What about you, Jimmy? What do you like? What do you like?
Yeah, I'm a big sugar cookie kind of guy, but my mom makes these things called Mars bar squares, and I get addicted to them come Christmas time.
Mars bar
Mars bar
squares?
squares, they're
What?
they're delicious. Yeah, Mars bar squares.
So is it just Rice
I don't know,
Krispie
like,
with chocolate on it?
yeah, it's like she uses Mars bars, melts them, Rice Krispies. I can't think a couple other things. Oh, they're delicious.
They look good. All right. Well, next time your mom makes some, I'm gonna need you to airmail me
Yeah, for sure.
some for me here because those look absolutely delicious.
I am not an eggnog person there, Viking.
Yeah,
Not
I've
me.
never. No, no, not eggnog. I do have. I'll be right back. Actually, I'll show you guys what I have. This is my holiday drink. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Cinnamon apple. Don't like sweets. I think everything's. I gotta switch that. I think. Is it mirrored? Maybe
Oh
not.
no, yours looks good. Yeah, I'm seeing everything pretty
Okay.
normal. Like, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
This is my holiday drink. The
There you
Traverse
go.
City whiskey,
There
the
you go.
cherry flavor though. This is my holiday drink. Unopened, got it from Costco. I'm saving it for New Year's.
Well, that'll be fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Favorism. Ain't no favorism around here. Bro, where have you been?
Talking to me?
Wingnut must
him?
be talking to you, yeah. Oh, Wing's
Me?
on the power play too.
I've been busy. Christmas time's busy for me because it's also my son's birthday. So we got to get everything for that and then shop for
Happy
Christmas.
birthday.
Yeah, turned 5 today.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Woke up at the nice 5:30 in the morning, ready to go. It's
There you
nice
go.
wake up time.
There you go.
Yeah, it was good. Sleeping now, thankfully.
I've always wondered what
Yeah,
it's like.
they're afternoon games too there, Wingnut. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. Yeah, I've been waiting for Husky to stream for the past few games. No dice. Oof. Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
the people want you to show up
I
there,
know,
buddy.
I know. I would love to stream literally every game, but sometimes to play in the week or afternoons, I can't. Maybe one day.
It is tough though, right? Especially for us, as much as we would love to be full-time
Yeah.
content creators or live streamers, whatever you want to call them, we still got to pay the bills, unfortunately. Husky. Day jobs, am I right?
I'm sorry, Drew. We'll be doing this more often.
Let's see.
Bring
Yeah,
on
I
more
think this is
people.
something that we want to do a little bit more moving forward too.
Yeah.
Just to kind of just to talk shop, just to talk hockey in general. So it's definitely a lot of fun having you guys on the stream with us, talking with us and everything.
For sure. Still 1-1 tie here in the second period for anybody that's not watching. JVR with the goal for the Red Wings.
Bro, sick
Rope
goal.
hints.
How about that assist by Michael Rasmussen?
Oh, I know.
We were talking some mad rubbish on Michael Rasmussen right before that. Oh, you see that person on TV right now with the Grinch mask on? That was funny.
Well, I've been watching and listening, and I was watching when you guys were talking about Comfer, and then he came down and almost scored. That always happens.
Isn't that a classic, bro? Oh my god. Well, let's who do we need to talk trash to get going here? Honestly.
Yeah. Wingnut usually puts a $10 challenge on if Casper scores. We haven't had any luck yet, but if Casper scores, he usually puts a challenge in.
I just got a notification on my phone and it's not looking good.
I
think the Wings are going to have to play a little bit of catch up here because it looks like that the Dallas Stars have scored to take the lead in this game. I must be really behind. I did get the notification on Twitter, though. That's the one thing I don't like about Twitter is that I get the notifications before it actually happens.
Yeah. Jamie Benn scored.
Yep, looks like we're about to get a turnover here pretty soon in the neutral zone at some point. I'm a little behind on my stream here. Towards the end of the period, too, that's no bueno.
I thought he was in the chat for a minute. I was like, there's no way. Jesus. Red Wings legend. Just kidding. Everybody hates that guy. I think he's in everybody's comments. If you're a Red Wings creator, he'll comment on everything.
Oh, yeah, geez. Bad turnover there in the neutral zone by Alex DeBrincat. Leads to a Jamie Benn goal. Jeez. 43 seconds left in the period, too. No bueno. Wonder if I can catch up on my stream here. I'm trying to refresh it. Uh-oh. No volume on this live stream. No volume. No. Y'all didn't hear anything. Yeah, Drew called Larkin soft. Would you agree with that, Heskey?
No.
I kind of get where people come from when they say something like that. Like, he's definitely not. I mean, like, you look at someone like Jamie Benn. Jamie Benn's the captain, right? Or is it? Yeah, Jamie Benn's the captain. I don't know why I thought it was Sagan, but yeah, you look at someone like Jamie Benn, someone who just roughs up the other team a lot. I mean, he's more of a bruiser than what Larkin is. Larkin definitely had his hasty point in his career. I think that might be gone.
Yes,
honestly.
I think the injury a couple years ago really turned that off.
Yeah.
When you have a neck injury, it's scary to come back to, but he used to play with the nasty get in your face stuff when he would get mad. If you go watch some of his fights, he can throw hands.
He can throw hands. Yeah. I think he's just really worried about getting injured again, to your point. That's probably what it comes down to. We did get a comment from Vikings, Red Wings. What's happening in the game? The Red Wings were leading after the first, and then Dallas quickly took back the lead within the second period. And we talked about how the Red Wings were actually in the NHL. They lead the second period in goals, and Dallas Stars just put on a clinic on the Red Wings just now in this whole entire second period, I would say. Overall, though, it was a pretty good game leading up to that. And then even Carlo coming in here, drumline, saying brutal second period, need a big third. I would agree. What would you say is the recipe for success for the Red Wings going into the third, Husky?
Well, stay out of the box is key. Rope Hintz kind of changed the game with that power play goal.
Yeah.
And then in typical Red Wing fashion, the second they allow a goal, they usually let their foot off the gas pedal and
Yeah.
let in another one. Gibson, though, I will say, I think Gibson's been playing phenomenal tonight. He's made some huge saves.
Oh, yeah.
That Rope Hintz goal, no chance on, an absolute snipe. And then the 2-on-1, Jamie Benn, he even tried post to post, tried the desperation save. Power play early would be nice. Work hard in the corners, maybe try and milk a penalty out of them. Run the power play.
Okay, Drew wanted to defend himself. I don't actually think he's soft. Let's make that clear in regards to Larkin. And then Wingnut, he's a great player, but not really a captain anymore. Wow.
Mic drop.
Mic
Wingnut always with the hot takes.
Cash Money. Hello from Canada. What up, Doe? What up? Not too far.
Going on from Canada.
Yeah, you're not too far away from me. Just over the bridge. Over to grandmother's house we go. This Christmas week. Henry Moon says, I would describe Larkin as inconsistent. He has never put together a full season, so past behavior is the best predictor of the future. He has never been a true 1C anyway. Wow.
Another hot take.
You know what, Husky? It's kind of like how I was saying about, if you guys haven't caught our most recent episode, go ahead and catch that. But I said it in that episode. You look at some of the past players that have been taken high in drafts, like top 3, top 5, even some in the top 10 who go on to make the NHL in their first year, their second year, and they have these really great seasons like Tim Stützle. I didn't use this as a correlation, but I'll use it today, where I think it was his second season. He put up 90 points, and he hasn't been able to get anywhere near that ever since. So for the Red Wings perspective, you look at Sider, you look at Raymond, and it half squat on the team when they came on. They had Dylan Larkin. So you look at from Dylan Larkin's perspective, he had no one. His first season, he had Zetterberg and Datsuk. That's about it. And they were on the tail ends of their careers.
Yeah,
so
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
I always wondered what Dylan Larkin would be if we got him like 3 or 4 years later, if he would be any better, or if we got Lucas Raymond or Moritz Seider 3 years or 4 years sooner to play with Dylan Larkin. I just kind of feel bad for him. I feel like most of his career was, I don't want to say wasted or washed, but those are the words that kind of come to mind. Your thought on that?
Well, I know that it's been mentioned before, but like his 4 Nations is a big eye opener of the type of player that he is when he's got skill next to him. He went from slotted in as an extra forward to their 4th line center. And then when Tkachuk got injured, he was playing their first line. And then if you actually listen to what Tkachuk, the brothers, say about Larkin, they would take him on their team in a heartbeat. So I think what you said, I think he's his whole entire career, he's had what, 130 goal scorer, or a couple 30 goal scorers. Other than that, he's been playing with, go back and look at the lines that he's had to be with, players that he's had to play with. It's funny we talk about Larkin. I was actually watching random highlights. He had a line mate, Matthias Brome.
Oh my
No one probably remembers him.
Stop. No.
He had to carry Brome for an entire season.
Yeah, what was that? That probably had to have been the 21 season, right? The COVID? Yeah, the bubble.
Yeah.
And you had slight hints of, I think Darren Helms still, Mantha, Bertuzzi a little bit there, if they weren't injured.
Riley
Shahan, Glendening.
Yeah.
Was DeKaiser still on the team?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Abdelkader was
He's been
just
through the
bought
rebuild
out.
from the start. He went through the entire thing. He was in the playoffs and he was there for everything. Had to answer the media after games where they got blown out.
And then let's see here. Henry Moon says Cup team centers Yzerman, Fedorov, Larionov, ... Larkin would be fourth center on that team. No disrespect to him. That's I don't think anyone would disagree with you on that, to be honest. And then Wingnut says he's a great player who never had
Yeah.
anyone around
Really,
him
really
with
good
bad
players, though.
management. But after that neck injury, he's been way different. Yeah, so much like you said, Heskey, ever since that one injury, he's definitely not as fast. I remember when he broke that
No.
record,
yeah.
for the All-Star games, whatever, and you haven't really seen that burst of speed. Every once in a great while you'll see that burst of speed, but it hasn't been there ever since. But I think that's just part of his game that has just evolved and developed a little bit. But there were point in times where plenty of people were saying he's faster than Connor McDavid. I wouldn't say that now, though.
No. With the puck, no.
No,
McDavid's the
no way.
fastest with the puck.
Yeah, for sure.
Without the puck, maybe.
Yeah, I saw this crazy stat that someone pulled on the NHL app, like the Edge, whatever thing, analytic thing that they have, and something about 22 plus mile an hour burst speeds. McDavid had like 68 of them so far this season. And then like you go all the way down, and the next closest person was like at like 3 or like 20 or something like that. And it was like some random no-name players. And even someone like Nathan McKinnon only had a handful himself. And it's just like McDavid's just an unreal human being that would you do you follow other sports, Heskey? So maybe I'm going a little far left out of this question if you don't, but I think we can easily say that you have to be pretty athletic to play hockey in general, like just skating on ice surface, wearing skates. You have to do all of this that comes into play with it. Would you say hockey players are one of the more athletic sports players in the entire world?
I would say so.
Or would you say McDavid is like the best, most athletic out of the top athletes in each of the major sports?
See, I don't follow enough of the sports, so like I'd probably get roasted by chat by saying it.
Yeah.
But I think so. Like I can't guarantee, like in my personal belief, I think so, but I'm also hockey biased a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's the hardest sport to play, minus like baseball, only because of how fast the like pitchers are. Like in the MLB, like I think it's harder to hit a MLB fastball than it would be to score on an NHL goal.
You think so?
I think so. The skating part would be the hardest part. Like I think you get an average person 100 breakaways on an NHL goalie if they can skate. They're scoring at least once. You take an average person, throw them into an MLB, get them to face like the top pitcher in the MLB. I don't know who it is, and then have them try and hit a ball. Do you think they hit 1 out of 100? Put yourself, like if you had the choice, you have $1 million, but you have to score on an NHL goalie, or you have $1 million, but you have to hit an MLB pitcher's fastball. And it can't be like a little hit and it goes like 2 feet. Like you got to hit this thing.
So it has to go back past the pitcher when you hit the ball. It has to go past the pitcher. I honestly, that's really tough. Part of me, because all you have to do, like, and I know this is going to sound bad when I say it like this. In baseball, all you have to do is walk up to the plate. You probably already know how to hold the bat, how to swing a bat. But then when you have to go and score a goal on an NHL professional goaltender, you have to know how to skate, actually get to that part to be able to shoot it. Do you know how to shoot a puck?
I think do, yeah.
Well, obviously you do, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's say
like the average person.
let's say we took like not even the average person. Let's just say we took someone who only did gymnastics. Let's say that that's the only sport they played was gymnastics. They never played baseball. They never played hockey. And let's say we're going to give you 1 month to prepare to try and hit off of an MLB pitcher. And then we're going to give you 1 month to train how to shoot a goal on an NHL goaltender. Do you think in the month preparation that they're more likely to hit the baseball or score the goal in hockey? I think it's probably hitting the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Got me thinking now.
Yeah. Here, let's go over into
I don't
the
know how
chat
we
a
led
little
to
bit.
this, but good question. Good question.
Let's go over
Whoever
into the
led to
chat a
that.
little bit. Does a true 1C go 10 games without a goal?
It's happened.
It's definitely happened. Don Larkin's played a really good two-way game in his career. This team overall still not complete either.
Oh, heck no.
Like we have no offense to Emmett Finney. I think he's looked really good up there at the left one spot, but we have Emmett Finney at our left one spot. You know,
Yeah.
we don't have a Robertson. You can move Alex DeBrincat up there, but then you have Emmett Finney as your left two winger. So it happens. How did y'all become Red Wings fans? Good question. Mine is because it's kind of a couple different things. Before I was born, my dad tells me this all the time. When my mom was pregnant with me, he used to make her wear the retro Red Wings like winter jacket and shit, you know? So like, and then they'd always watch like Red Wings games. My birthday is actually the same as Gordie Howe's birthday.
Hey, nice.
March
Mine's the same as
31st.
Wayne Gretzky's. You got
That's
Gordy,
pretty
I got
cool.
Gretzky. You got 9, I got 99.
That's pretty sick though. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, outside of that, I mean, the Red Wings, you live in or near the Detroit area. I was born in the 90s when the Wings were really good. So, just kind of grew up with the Red Wings always being good. My dad was into hockey, family was into hockey, everyone was into hockey. It's a hockey state here. So, that's kind of how I became a Red Wings fan, but I would say overall my true love for hockey in general, it took a lot of time. I was definitely a huge Homer Red Wings fan for a long time. And I think by the time I got into college is when I started appreciating, because during that time, you know, it was Wings versus Penguins, Sidney Crybaby Crosby, whatever. I would say stuff like that. I was like, you know what, whatever. But I've learned to appreciate players even though they're not on the Detroit Red Wings. Because I could sit there all day and say, like, oh yeah, Jamie Benn, like what a loser he is. I would probably still like him on the Detroit Red Wings.
Oh,
You
yeah.
still got to look at the player and be like, okay, I respect his game. He's a good player, you know. So what about you, Heskey? How'd you become a Red Wings fan?
Yeah, I was basically born into it. My mom is a diehard Red Wings fan. And then basically, like, I was a baby during the 1997 Cup, but I was watching it when she said. And then when I got to the age where I understood hockey, it was around like when Datsuk was in his prime. And then I just fell in love with Datsuk.
Oh, dude.
I'd watch the games and then I'd go to YouTube and then I'm from Canada, so we had rinks in our backyard. So I would go out into the backyard and completely recopy. If he went out and he did the Datsukian flip, I'm out there for hours trying to pull it off. I'd have rollerblades in the basement, stick handling through shoes, just doing random stuff.
Oh my god. True Canadian kid right there, Haskey. Bye, Wingnut. Have a good night.
Good night there, Wingnut.
Stay safe out
Appreciate
there.
you coming out.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We definitely appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas. Let's see.
Have a good Christmas there.
Schrader,
Schrader.
you're out as well. Appreciate you, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a Merry Christmas as well. victory and triumph for the Red Wings. Yeah, hopefully the Red Wings can come out into this third period with a good
Big
start.
dub here. Coming out, putting on the pressure. Not
Wingnut also
yeah,
set up
Wingnut's
one.
not leaving. He was saying bye to that makes more sense, Wingnut.
Oh, I'm not
You're,
leaving.
you're
He
working,
says-
you got nowhere to go. You're on our
Wingnut also
time.
said earlier, baseball is a lazy man sport. It's just really slow. I played baseball growing up too. You know, it
Sport
was
wise, like if I had the choice, it would be hockey. But I was just
yeah.
saying if it was harder to do. I mean, I think I could hit a 3 at some point. Throw me out in the basketball court. I could sink a 3.
Oh, you're seeing that
Take me a
commercial too?
while.
Yeah, I got a couple buddies who are really big basketball fans, and at one point we were talking about baseball and like hockey and which one's more difficult and whatever. They seem to think basketball players are a little bit more athletic, and I was like, okay, I'll give you that. They at least have to run up and down the court like a bunch of times. Like it is a lot. You're jumping up and down a lot. Like you risk injury a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I think the bias will always be there that I just look at hockey and it's like you're on skates, high flying, high speeds, boards, ramming, roughing into people's sticks, coming at you in the face, pucks hitting you in the face like Elmer Soderblom, coming back, same game playing. I don't see basketball players doing that. You hardly see football players doing that anymore. Obviously,
The
for
injuries in basketball is what makes it so I can't watch. That's
the injuries or the
just a
flops.
hot take for me. Both. I bring
And
it
I
up
can-
all the time, but I'll never forget. I think it was Kawhi Leonard missed games, and it said he missed games because of a lacerated lip. And then he came back with a face guard on to cover his lip because he cut his lip. I'll look it up, but lacerated lip he missed games for. Could be like I don't know how bad the lip cut was, but I don't know. I've watched a guy take a puck to the face, go get stitches, and come back out and finish the game with blood.
Yeah.
And like they gotta dab his face when he takes a shift off. So just hearing that he missed games because of a cut lip is just. That was a couple years ago, though. I think right after he left the Raptors. So I don't know how long ago that was now. I don't follow basketball.
Wingnut
Mainly
also
just
said
hockey.
Wingnut also said rugby is more physical still, and that he played baseball for years. It's not hard.
Yeah, rugby's insane.
Yeah. No
That's
thanks.
why it's popular in the UK.
I was friends with a couple people in college that were on the club rugby team, and they were some pretty. I mean, they're just burly men that just love to drink before, during, and after their freaking rugby matches,
Yeah.
man. And they are just insane people wearing shorts and short sleeve shirts and dead ass freaking winter and everything. That props to them. They're more insane than football players, bro.
Oh yeah.
No equipment at all, and you're just roughing up each
None.
other.
They're monsters of humans as well. Like if you look at like their bodies, like their thighs are like huge. Yeah.
Start of the third period here, though.
There we go.
Whiskey and wings. Happy holidays, fellas. Here's to hoping we can at least tie this one up and steal a point before Christmas. Here. Cheers to that. I'm out of lemonade. I got to go get some here in a little bit. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Whiskey and Wings. Yeah. Whiskey and Wings, you'd probably appreciate this one since it's in your name. I got the Traverse City Cherry Whiskey. I'm saving it for, this is my holiday drink of choice. My mixie of choice with it is actually getting the organic lemonade from Costco. Don't get Minute Maid. It does not taste the same. Too much sugar in it, so you gotta get the organic lemonade. It's the perfect mixed drink. I kid you not. I love it. So Whiskey and Wings, if you've never tried that one, it's the cherry flavor. I highly recommend it. You can order it online too. I have done that. Ooh, good shot there. Wings just missed. Good save by the Smith there.
Cash money. That's a good point there with the MMA probably being up there as one of the hardest sports. Never thought about that.
Oh,
having to
dude,
get kicked in the
MMA.
head for a living.
Have you ever like just like with your bros just like wrestled
yeah.
each other? Like within
Yep.
the first 2 minutes, you're just dead tired. You don't even want to do it
Mhm.
anymore. And they go rounds, bro. They go rounds. So MMA definitely up there for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of always wanted to learn how to do jujitsu or something crazy like that. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I always wanted to get in, like, watching all the boxing stuff now. I think that'd be something I would have done growing up, but not now.
Did you watch the Jake Paul fight? Did you?
Heck yeah, I did.
I missed it, but I got to see
I watched
obviously
that live.
how was it live? I got to see the after effects, obviously his broken jaw and everything, but
It was so the first few rounds was kind of boring because like Jake just ran around the whole time. But like I don't blame him for doing it. The guy was what 6'6",
dude, you're
240
so much
pounds. Well,
bigger than
he's
him.
6 foot, 215. So
That's
like I
like
don't blame him for like running around. But then he started taunting him and doing his like Jake Paul stuff, sticking his tongue out, and then that's when um it just changed. And then it was like the fifth round, he just started getting gassed, and then
yeah.
I thought it was fake. I thought he was like faking when he said that his jaw was broken and everything. But then I saw the picture
The
of like
X-ray.
his mouth after, where his teeth were like turned sideways, and I was like, "Oh wow."
Yeah, I saw the X-ray or something. And then I saw this one photo too. His mouth was super swollen, but I don't think that was real.
Yeah,
Wingnut
I seen
also
that one
said
too.
Wingnut also said I played for the Detroit Carpenters, beer and Vicodin during and after games practice at 8 Mile Orion. Dude, that's so funny because I know exactly where that's at. 8 Mile Orion. That's so funny. Cash Money, I've recently been doing. What's going on here, JBD? What are you doing? Just 2 minutes into the third? With who is that? How do you pronounce? I don't even know how you pronounce. Oh, ooh, good hit by JBD there.
Just gonna be right back there, chat. I'll be like a couple minutes. Just gonna go grab a drink and then finish off the third with you. Be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. I wonder if JBD is going to get a penalty for that right behind, right in the back of the numbers, right into the boards. Then that guy comes along and kind of roughs him up, takes his gloves off because of it. I mean, I don't really blame him. Yeah, it's kind of like the hit that Dylan Larkin took from that one guy from Tampa a few years ago. It's kind of coming in and doing the same thing Larkin did. Jake is such a clown from Drew. Yeah. Yeah, apparently my mom's not a big Jake Paul. Mom, you like Jake Paul? Do you like Jake Paul? Yeah, when he gets his ass handed on a platter. Oh yeah, see, she likes him when he gets his butt beat. That's what she just said. That's so funny. Cash Money, I've recently been doing MMA, and yeah, it's the hardest thing I've done. Are you just doing like MMA in general, like just going and sparring, or are you doing like jujitsu? Any like specialty regarding that, Cash Money? Wingnut, you know what the Wings really need? A rat. All Detroit would rally behind them. We've brought that up on the podcast on a specific episode. I can't exactly remember which one, but I kind of made that call out. That is one thing that the Detroit Red Wings are missing. I think they were hoping that was going to be Hamonic a little bit because we saw him getting in a couple tussles at certain points in the games. Oh, looks like the Red Wings tie it up. Who tied it up for us? Emmett Finney. Emmett Finney. There we go. Emmett Finney ties up the game. 2-2. There you go, Mr. Finney on the power play. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's go. 2-2. Let's go. Big third period. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Emmett Finn dog. There we go. Mr. Finn. Way to be there in the net front, kid. There you go. Where's that sensational tweet or photo? Not tweet. Where is it? There it is.
Right.
You missed a Emmett Finney goal there, buddy. Mr. Haskey. Yeah, the Red Wings getting a rat, someone who can be a disturber for this team, would be a nice addition. But they got to come with production. I think they were hoping Travis Hamonic could do that a little bit for them.
Not sure why, but I can't hear you at the moment. Let me see
Uh-oh.
if I can figure out what I did wrong.
Haskey says he can't hear me, but I can hear him clear as day. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, we scored. I didn't notice we scored.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you we scored,
go.
buddy.
I'm trying to figure. I can see you talking, but all I did was leave the room. I don't know why. Why am I?
Chat, tell Haskey.
This is why Wingnut chirps me, by the way, because I could never do things easily.
Chat, drop it in the chat. Haskey, get your hearing aids in. Zach can hear you, but you can't hear him.
I'm a good lip reader, but I don't know how good I can do.
All right, Cash Money, BJJ. Okay, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and kickboxing. There you
Is that
go.
like
Okay, yeah.
maybe?
I'm gonna have to pick between something, you know,
No.
because I either want to do jiu-jitsu or I thought about doing kickboxing too, or my one buddy said Krav Maga. I was like, why of all things you selected that one? There was a Carlos said that he knows a buddy who does some type of MMA too, but I can't remember what it was called. Askey might have to leave and rejoin if you can't figure this out.
Ah, there we go. We
Oh,
got it.
there he is.
We did it.
I was trying to tell you, you missed the goal this whole entire time. And just like chat, drop it in the chat to tell Haskey he needs hearing aids. He can't hear me, but I can hear everything he's saying to me.
Yeah, I always run into these problems. I don't know what it is. I just always technology and me just not a good time. I can't even tell you what happened. I just set my headphone down, left the room, grabbed the drink, came back, put the headphone in my ear. I couldn't hear you. I put my headphone in the case, did the old reset, put it back in, still couldn't hear you. So I had to turn the disconnect it from my computer, reconnect it. There we go. We're back. And it looks like who scored? Who scored?
That was Emmett Finney.
Is it Finney?
And then Lucas Raymond, I believe, was one who got an assist. But Drew here says kudos to JBD on the penalty draw also. Yeah, because it was on the power play. Yeah, JBD. He pushed that guy right into the boards, and then JBD actually pulled the penalty, which is super nice. Scotty.
Let's go.
Or Scott Ritzy says, love that Finney kid. What a steal in the 7th round. Wish we had a few more like him. Hey, just gotta wait and be patient. They're not always going to be as quick as Emmett Finney's going to be in terms of being ready to be inserted on the lineup. Obviously, the coaching staff really liked what they saw out of Emmett Finney and thought that he would fit really well on that line with Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond. So, and we've seen him be moved around. I mean, you'd probably agree with that, right, Haskey?
Oh, yeah. 100%. That 2023 draft is going to be one of the best drafts when it's all said and done, too.
Oh, 100%.
If you look at all of the picks each round. Nate Danielson, Sandine Pellikka.
It almost kind of makes
Max
up for the
Pont,
really bad.
in that or no, not that draft.
Kind of
but
almost.
You got Rudy Gieman, Emmett Finney.
Yep.
Then they traded Gibson for Kiskinen, so you could say Kiskinen's a part of that draft. Some pretty good guys in there. Augustine, I think he was in that draft.
Yep. 2nd round.
So,
fun fact,
pretty good draft if you ask me.
Fun fact, I went to that draft.
Oh, did you?
It was in Nashville. A great time.
Oh.
It was one hell of a time, and I got to meet Paul Bissonnette. I met him at one of the bars.
Oh, you met Biz?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
He didn't know who I was, but I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Biz.
Hmm.
Dude's like 6'8", man. He's a tall guy.
He don't like the Red Wing fans, or at least he didn't at the beginning of the season when we were playing the Leafs on TNT. He made like comments, and then he was going at it with a bunch of us on X for a little bit, and then he posted on the
was.
pod. He said we
He
were
was.
going crazy.
He was a really nice guy.
Passion.
He
Oh yeah,
was a really nice guy when I met him.
I believe it.
I'm sure he had a couple drinks in his system too by that point too.
Oh, 100%.
He looked like he was having fun. Wingnuts said best Red Wing draft year 2023, worst year 2018. I was going to say that too. Yeah. 2023 makes up 2018 for sure. It just took, what is that? That's 5-6 years right there to get there. It sucks. That hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a good player shortly after, and we could have had.
There was a couple because we talked about it in one of our episodes, or maybe it was on a tweet, but someone said, who could you have had after like Joe Veleno? And there were like a couple names you could have had that are still within the NHL that had all right careers, but yeah, all three in Zadina, Veleno, and Berggren. Yeah, there are plenty of names that you could have picked apart other than those three that still could probably for certain say would still be on the Detroit Red Wings right now. It's gross. I hate it. Why are we talking
I'm
about
glad
this?
there's no like video footage of my reaction at the time because I was actually hyped after that draft. I was a big Philip Zadina guy.
If you can find me anyone that was disappointed and find me a clip, if you can find me one clip of anyone that was disappointed that the Red Wings drafted Philip Zadina at number 6 in 2018, I will give you $100. And it has to be
at the
time
time.
Stamped. It has to be time stamped at that time.
Goal scoring was more of a need than defense, and that's why even Ken Holland said like he wouldn't have taken Quinn Hughes if he was available. He would have taken a right-handed defenseman because our left side was still decent at the time.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have even taken Hughes. He would have taken Dobson or Bouchard. So we still would be having the same conversation. Not as bad because obviously Zadina's not even in the NHL anymore. But at the time, we needed the potential what he brought.
And now we got ASP in the penalty box, unfortunately. But yeah, it was either going to be Bouchard or who was the other guy that was in the draft? Not
Dobson, yeah.
Or was it Dobson? There was another one,
Noah
wasn't there?
Dobson. Dobson, Bouchard, and good question.
Broberg.
Yeah, Broberg.
Which either of those three I probably would have been, in hindsight, would have been
Zadina
better.
with the quote of the draft promising to fill the opposing team's nets with pucks to then go out and record barely anything is pretty funny.
That's just the biggest slap in the face. That's like the hockey god saying, this is why you don't do this. You don't go out and say stuff like that.
And I remember his first NHL goal was so nice too. I was like, this is what we're going to see for decades. One-timer on the power play, right over snipe. And then we never saw it. He had that one like half decent year with us, couple, where then then that was about it.
Well, that kind of comes down to like some of the other players. Like you can even use that with like Jonathan Berggren, who had that one decent season where he was like half a point per game player, and like what was that, like 20 something odd games or something. And the Red Wings, for whatever reason, they come to a point where, and that's what I'm nervous for like Soderblom or even like Albert Johansson, is that they push these players to maybe do more than what they can and kind of depletes their status, I guess, or their quality, I guess. So like the trade value just isn't there anymore, you know? So
Yeah.
that's kind of like the toughest part with some of these younger guys that we keep on continuously moving on from is that, yeah, we got to utilize them for a little bit, but we didn't get anything out of them technically because it's not like we went on playoff runs. We didn't get anything for them. So we kind of just drafted them just to make a little bit money. I didn't see it. So it sucks. What do we focus on the next couple drafts from Wingnut there, Hasky? Assuming we have our goalies for the next 10 years, which I would agree. You got Kosa, you got Trey Augustine. I think from now it's best player available every single time. You just take whoever's the best player available. But I think
Yeah,
you
I'm hoping
prioritize
it's
on the
later
defensive
on
side.
in the draft we're picking now. I'm hoping that it's because we're a playoff team and we're going farther instead of picking, where we've been picking. I don't like the barely making playoffs having to pick 13th to 15th. We always end up with a decent stud, but I want them either make playoffs or be enough where we can get somebody that makes a difference. But the lottery luck, I never get excited for the lottery.
No, and you can't.
We've
And
never been blessed by it.
no, and you can't. And my theory, I had a little theory on the draft. I really wanted Chicago Blackhawks actually to get. I mean, looking back, I don't know now because Schaefer's just been so dominant for the Islanders. I was really heavily pushing for the Blackhawks to get the first overall pick last year because then that would have excluded them at the chance of getting Gavin McKenna this year, which is Connor Bedard's cousin.
Oh.
So my theory is that the league purposely made it to where Chicago didn't win it last year so that Gavin McKenna can go play with Bedard, his cousin, in Chicago for many years to come. My overall theory of that, though, is because the NHL doesn't want these bigger market teams to be bad for a long time, minus the Red Wings, because they just probably assume that we have so many fans all over the place. People are always going to watch Red Wings. So like Chicago, before Jonathan Taves and Patrick Kane, before they got guys like those, no one was going to watch Chicago. Then they became good and got all these homers. Then people stopped watching them again because they became bad. And then they got Connor Bedard and all these nice shiny toys. Now people like watching them again. Then you see Connor McDavid going to Edmonton. You see Austin Matthews going to Toronto. New York Islanders just got Schaefer. New Jersey, they got a couple first round. Buffalo, they've had their fair share of first overall picks. These bad teams,
New Jersey was gifted. They just got Lafreniere, who didn't pan out. But if that's the Bedard draft, the Celebrini draft, they would have got a stud. They were a playoff team that ended up getting first overall pick. So yeah, I 100% agree with you. There's teams in the NHL that generate revenue more than the other teams. People can say it's not true, but
how come we haven't seen a team like Seattle get a first overall pick yet? They've had number 2, I think.
Yeah, wherever Beniers went, I believe is their highest.
It was either
Shane Wright Shane Wright dropped.
Shane Wright went 4th.
Yeah. So it'd either be Beniers or Wright.
I think that would be
their
second.
Highest
Beniers
draft
went
picks.
second, I think. I'm about to find out now.
I know the big conspiracy for this year's was that it was the Islanders lost their all-star game or something, and then ended up getting the first overall pick. So a lot of people think that the league gave them the first overall pick because they took their all-star game away. Buffalo generates a lot of revenue, Wingnut? You mean the Bills? I don't see a lot of Sabres fans in those seats.
They might, though, actually. Okay, so it was Seattle's very first draft, which was in 2021, and they selected Matty Beniers second overall.
Okay.
And then the following year it was Shane Wright. Then they got Edward Shala, Berkeley Catton, and then Jake O'Brien in this most recent draft. Let's see. Have you seen Bear play at all during the juniors? He's been okay. McKenna stock is down. I have seen that McKenna stock is down, which is a little. I'm not concerned about McKenna. I think he's still going to be an outrageously
Yeah.
good
Oh, yeah.
player, but you can make the case that it's Ivan, or is it Ivor Stenberg? How do you say his name? Either way, that's
I think it's Ivan Stenberg. Yeah.
yeah,
For
Ivan.
Sweden.
That kid looks unreal. That kid looks
Yeah.
unreal. He could definitely make a case for going first overall. I think it truly just comes down to which team it is that selects first overall. I think if it's Chicago, they're taking McKenna.
Yeah. He has to have a good World Juniors which he probably will, but he dominated in the WHL, then decided to sign into the harder league. And he's now learning that it is a harder league. He's still a point per game player. He's just not scoring at that like insane pace he was in the WHL that had like he was breaking records that haven't been broken in years.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure on Penn State's lines, their team in general, but Dallas did score. It's now 3-2. They scored on the power play, so Wings are back down in this game. Very unfortunate, but once again, a very good Dallas Stars team. But just under 10 minutes ago, there's actually 8:42 left to play, so we're gonna have to wait and see there. But
Another power play goal by the looks of it.
But no, I haven't seen Carter Bear play at all. Kind of wish that he was getting a little more looks going into the World Junior Championship upcoming. I know he's been playing as the extra man, but good for him for actually making the team, to be honest, because a lot of people had him pegged.
Yeah,
to
he is
not.
one of the last few cuts.
Yeah, yep.
To make it. A player you just named for Seattle, their first rounder last year got cut, and Bear made it. So
yeah, and
he was
Jake
drafted
O'Brien
higher than Bear was.
Yep.
So
Heskey
good signs there.
Wingnut did ask, where would Dan Watson do best, Leafs or Sabres?
Like Griffin's head coach?
Yeah, Dan
Why
Watson.
are we talking? I think he's leaving the organization, Wingnut.
Yeah, he keeps on asking like if he's going to get a promotion with the Wings or something. Is
You
his
a hidden
contract coming
agent?
up that I don't know about?
Yeah. I like the idea of him coming up as like an assistant. But that's even if he wants to. He's leading a juggernaut team down there right now.
I don't know what kind of assistant that he could come here as, considering that you just had McClellan come in, bring his own guy, and Yanni. Yeah, and then you already have Tanguay. You just hired a new goaltending coach. Not that Dan Watson's going to do that, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
on the pads.
I'm sure there's an NHL team that would love to hire Dan Watson. But maybe Dan Watson doesn't even want to leave either, because you look at the Grand Rapids Griffins team. It's not a bunch of young guys right now. It's a bunch of like middle-aged to older men right now, like in their mid to late 20s and then early 30s playing on that team right now, minus like Kosa, and maybe like a handful there, Wallander, MBN. So you got a lot of experienced people down there playing for that Grand Rapids Griffins team, but you can't take away the good season that they're having right now. They've been killing it. Now, if only these Red Wings could be killing the Dallas Stars like they were in that first period.
Yeah.
I think we need Carlo back up in here. Where are you at, buddy? Come on, Carlo. Come join us. We need your good luck. Your Husky luck.
Get that in here. The coach pool is so thin, and he's been a stud everywhere he's been there. I mean, to answer your question, Wingnut, if I had to choose, I'm not going to pick the Leafs, so I'll go with Buffalo.
Yeah, the Stars did score 2, Wingnut. They did.
Yeah, it's 3-2. I have 6:30 left. Might be a little bit earlier for you.
11 years, 11 times into the playoffs. How many coaches have the Sabres had in their tenure of not making the playoffs?
And coaches, general managers, captains, Stars players to go on to
Oh
win
my
a cup
God.
after.
Yeah, I saw
It'd be.
someone make.
I'm glad I'm not a Sabres fan.
Bro, it's got to be brutal. I saw someone make an all-time lineup of Buffalo Sabres players that had been traded since the last time they made the playoffs. I mean, like some of the names on there, it's just absolutely ridiculous. You can make a whole entire roster out of it. That's pretty
Basically,
sad.
like what they've been doing, it would be like us getting excited for Lucas Raymond and Moritz Seider, and then the second they hit their prime, they trade them away,
Yeah.
and then they bring in like players that aren't even close to what they are. Like I
Larkin.
like Josh Norris, but to trade him for Dylan Cousins or to trade Dylan, yeah, to like, I don't know. I would choose Dylan Cousins over Josh Norris.
Lucas Raymond now in the penalty box for cross-checking when the Dallas Star
Power
player.
play to the Stars, another power play.
I don't understand that one.
Oh,
And I'm getting these Twitter notifications before it starts up. Looks like it's going to go to 4-on-4 here pretty soon. Watch out for Rantanen. He does something. Yeah, we're getting a lot of penalties. Especially the Red Wings better players too. Like Larkin had a penalty, Seider had a penalty, ASP had one. Raymond has one now. Oh, is this on the Wings? Another penalty on the Wings? Wonder how far. I must be really far behind.
what time are you at?
I'm watching this replay now. Oh no. Okay. There he goes into the box. Interesting. All right. That says I got 551. 4-on-4.
Okay,
121. I'm
you're
looking
only
at
about like 30 seconds behind. That's not that bad.
they're about to drop the puck for the start of the 4-on-4. Dang TNT. They're more behind than ESPN is. And I'm not a fan of watching games on ESPN.
Not me either. Appreciate everybody in the chat today. Hanging out.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight, guys. We truly do appreciate it. Hope everyone has their hot chocolate, their marshmallows, whatever seasonal drink that you got going on. Hope you guys are keeping cool, but staying toasty in the chat with us here tonight on this Detroit Red Wings versus Dallas Stars game on Christmas Eve. Good opportunity there. No one there to collect the rebound, though. All right, JT Confer. This is where I start talking crap about you. Hopefully you can get a goal here, JT Confer. You're softer than 10-ply toilet paper, than the teddy bear that's going to be gifted to my niece this Christmas. I need you to get a goal, buddy. Please. No, 4-on-4, Wingnut. 4-on-4. Now it's Detroit Red Wings power play for about 30 seconds. There you go, Raymond. Or Larkin, whoever you are. Come on, boys. You a big fan on the Moritz Seider name there for Moritz Seider, Husky? Ooh,
Yeah,
let's go, Larkin. There's Larkin. Let's
That's our
freaking
captain.
go.
That's our captain.
That's our captain. He ain't a
Tie
1C though. He ain't a 1C though. Let's freaking go. That's our captain, baby. 3-3 Larkin goal. Let's go. Woo woo.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat. Let's freaking go. Dubs in the chat. Hit that W. Hit that W. Dubs in the chat. Let's go.
Good defensive play. There we go.
Let's
There we go.
freaking
Dub.
go. Ooh, who assisted on that? JVR. JVR
Nice little
and
play
Rating.
between the legs.
Woo! Woo! What kind of statement do you think this puts on? Not only, I guess, for the players on this Detroit Red Wings team going up against a really good Dallas Stars team, Haskey, but what kind of notice does this put to the NHL about the Detroit Red Wings if they come out of here with a victory against the Dallas Stars?
Well, unfortunately for the Red Wings, I feel like we always, no matter, we could go on an 8-game win streak and they still will doubt us. But
Yeah.
I'm hopefully they will see that it's because I've noticed even we've been top of the Atlantic for a few days now. We've been 4 points up. We've went on Gibson's on what, a 7-game win streak right now. Like, and yet people are still saying it's only because the standings are close and give it time and the March collapse and everything. But I think the way that we've been playing lately, we are showcasing exactly how we can play against the top teams in the league.
Oh, 100%.
Because
Yeah.
this team last year, this is a 6-3 Dallas Stars game. The second they made it 3-2, Detroit would have let off the gas pedal. Dallas would have kept putting on the pressure, and it would have been 6-3. But this year, this team, they buy into playing until the final.
I think they finally got tired of Tom McClellan every intermission just going in the locker room and screaming his head off, saying, just play freaking hockey. I think it finally stuck with them and they're getting into the groove of things. Kind of everything that you basically just said, right? That the boys are going with the flow, getting into motion, and now allowing themselves to get down in the dumps and being able to claw their way back. It's not even about clawing their way back either. It's not like you're in desperation mode, but they're playing like they are. But they're keeping to it, and they're playing a good, well-rounded hockey game, even when down. But would love to see them being able to keep the lead and keep it there for a while. They had a good stretch, though, this month, though. They're doing phenomenal. Their record is 8-2-1 this month of December.
Yep.
Their best December in 10-plus years.
Yep.
Chef's kiss.
Exactly.
Now, if only they could just figure out the pairing. As much as I love OT Benny, the overnight assassin, Ben Sherratt, on his contract year, as much as I love him, we definitely need to find the perfect fit pair D-man for ASP.
Oh, I agree.
Would you feel comfortable, not at the trade deadline, let's say it's more towards the draft, would you trade the 2026 first round pick? Let's say we make the playoffs, right? We make the playoffs, do whatever that whether if that's first or second round. Imagine that in your head. Would you trade the first round pick for a ready now top 4 left-handed defenseman to pair with ASP?
Yes, it would.
Yeah. All right. Let us know down in the chat.
The window is now, and I think you will start to see Yzerman making those moves that he gets criticized for not making. But I've said this on my channel a bunch of times, and I'll say it until the day is done. Either the fans will be right, Yzerman will get walked out, or he'll be laughing the way I think he will be laughing at everybody. But he's building through the draft. He's taking his time. He wants the Red Wings to be what the Ottawa Senators were. You make the playoffs, you get bounced in 5 games. Then you go
Mhm.
into next year and you're not the same team anymore, but yet you have a fan base that just watched your team make the playoffs. So now they're excited for playoffs. Eisman wants us to make the playoffs and then consistently be a dominant playoff team. And we're seeing that throughout time that it's starting. Now, I'm not saying he's going to draft. Every single player he drafts has to be on the team, and he's not going to go out and trade, but he's not trading the assets right now. Now, I will say, I know some people are probably going to be like, well, hold on. He has held off on some things that he probably should have put the gas pedal down on. I will say that. Larkin made it known last year. They probably could have used that push, and it probably could have resulted in a playoff run, but he chose not to. Bringing in Travis Hamonic, questionable. Not sure the idea there. I will defend the Mrazek trade last year, though.
Touch on that real quick because I would defend that too.
So if you listen to like interviews after, both him and Pat Verbeek said it the same. Eisman called him at the deadline when that trade happened, acquiring about Gibson, but Gibson was injured. Pat Verbeek let the Red Wings know that they would want a goaltender in return for a trade. With Cam Talbot being good, that he didn't want to trade him away. So he traded for Mrazek, who had term, to be able to then flip him for Gibson instead of having to give up Talbot. Because if he did give up Talbot, we'd be having a tandem of Mrazek and Gibson right now. And I'd rather Talbot and Gibson. So he really only got Mrazek to then flip him later on for Gibson.
Up until Mrazek got hurt, it was looking pretty good for us. The defense obviously had its lapses. It is what it is. But Mrazek looked like he was doing. No! I already got the notification. No!
Uh-oh.
Do I spoil it? Well,
yeah!
Dylan Larkin game winner! Let's freaking go! That's Mark Hampton!
It just happened on my TV.
Let's go,
Let's
Dylan
go!
Larkin! Let's go!
Woo!
Let's go! Let's freaking
That's our
go!
captain. That's a 1C right there. That's a 1C. He put the team on his back. Down by a goal, ties the game, gets the game winner.
That's our 1C captain right there, baby.
Takes it himself, dekes past Hintz. Little toe drag.
Woo!
Snipes it. That's another dub. Another 2 points.
What a statement win.
Heading into Christmas with a big win.
What a statement win by your Detroit Red Wings, folks. Oh,
the vibes are high.
God. Vibes are at an all-time high. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's another one. Another win.
Another one. Another one. Drop it down in the chat.
Another one.
Let's go. Shots on goal. Red Wings beat the Dallas Stars 4-3 in overtime. 25 shots for the Red Wings. 22 shots on that for the Stars. Mom, you were so close. It went into overtime, but not a shootout. My mom guessed the score. She said it was going to go into a shootout, and it didn't. But she was very close. She guessed the score right.
It is upside down. Whatever way this is, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
We keep winning, y'all. We keep winning. They can't stop us.
All we do is win, 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 no matter what. 2 goals today for
we
your
got
captain,
Carolina now. Bring
What's
on
that?
Carolina. I think we got Carolina next.
Yeah,
I think that's our next game. Bring them on. Gibby with an 8-game win streak.
Absolutely insane.
Shutting all of the haters up, including myself. I was a big hater on the beginning of the year.
Yeah, let's see. What's his stat line looking like? Not the greatest stat line for Gibson, but honestly, you can't even put this. You can't even put that on Gibson. Those goals, they weren't
No,
on
they
Gibson. Yeah, two power play goals against, a one shorthanded goal against for an 864 save percentage. Yeah, that's just on the team for making stupid mistakes. You had costly penalties that you took, which led to power play goals, shorthanded goal.
let's go whiskey.
Yeah,
If
let's
you
go
haven't
whiskey and
hit
wings.
that
Let's
like button
go.
for that Red Wings dub. Hit that like
Mom,
button.
Wingnut says make us some pizza rolls. The Wings won. They won 4-3, but not in a shootout in overtime. You were close. You
Let's
almost
go,
had it.
Drummond. Let's go.
Let's go, Mom. Pizza rolls for the boys. Let's go. We got chocolate chip cookies instead. Yeah, chocolate chip cookies for the
let's
boys.
go.
Let's go.
Even better.
Let's
Even
freaking go. Oh my God. Huge statement win by your Detroit Red Wings, ladies and gentlemen. That even further solidifies the top spot within the Atlantic Division. The Red Wings move up from 45 to 47 points in 38 games played. Are the Tampa Bay Lightning playing?
I believe.
Let's check out some of these other games that are going on tonight. So the Maple Leafs won. Not that means anything. They're still 8th in their division. You got Rangers versus Capitals. That doesn't mean anything. Canadians versus Bruins. Canadians are winning 3-2 in the third period. Still about halfway to go. You would rather see Bruins win that game. Sabres versus the Senators 2-2 halfway through the third. And then no Tampa Bay Lightning game, but you have Panthers beating the Hurricanes. The Atlantic is just an up and down roller
I know, it's
coaster right now.
crazy, dude.
It's freaking nuts. What a game,
That's why it's so
everyone.
important to keep winning these games and getting these points.
Yeah, you know what, Heskey, and we can sit here and we'll do it with everyone that's in the chat. We're gonna have these comments that we have on specific players that, we talked about the Michael Rasmussens. I was just doing it with JT Confer. We were doing it for Dylan Larkin. Some were doing it in the chat for Dylan Larkin. That you have to show up and play for a full 60 minutes. Do we require you to put up a point production every 60 minutes within a game? Absolutely not. As long as your team is getting the win and you're doing the things to keep the goals from going in your own nets, that's all that matters. That's all that matters to Michael Rasmussen. That's all that matters to JT Confer. He's part of a winning team and he contributes to that just as much as JBD does. So, I mean, JBD, we have to give credit to JBD because he helped us get that second goal to tie it up to make it 2-2. Then we get the third goal. Look at Carlo. There he is. There he is.
Oh,
there he is.
Ask you what up, doe.
What up? Let's go. Big game, big game.
A response from Larks. And that pass by JVR
captain.
made up for that.
Carlo,
penalty.
there is someone in our chat who is talking some major crapple about Larkin and how soft he was, and all of a sudden pops off for 2 goals. Same thing with Michael Rasmussen.
Dude, look, it's
Same
not
thing
cool. It's never good to go dormant like that for that long, but dude, 2
Look at
goals
him.
like that.
Look at him now. Now he's talking to the boys. He's talking to the TNT crew, and he's just got the biggest freaking smile on his face,
yeah.
man.
Of course he does.
Carlo, this was the talking point that we were talking about was Dylan Larkin too, like how he's kind of been a little slow trying to figure it out. I mean, you said it, the first line, they're going through their ebbs and flows and everything. I mean, this is a statement by this team. I mean, going up against a good Dallas Stars too. Your thoughts and opinions on this game, Carlo?
Well, the second period was terrible. We don't even have to talk about that anymore, but
Wing that.
Third period was solid, although we took dumb penalties. did okay for the most part, I think, on the penalties. But dude, Larkin called game. Like he called game. He did what he needed to do. Gibson looked solid for us still, and that's win number 8 for the guy. Not a big deal. What a test!
Insane.
I was happy with 1 point. Like I was stoked about 1 point, and I'm like, I really don't know if we're gonna get a second point. And then that happened, and I'm like, I was jazzed, just jazzed. What are you guys saying?
I'm seeing that Moritz Seider and Lucas Raymond assistant on that Dylan Larkin goal.
What a casual assist by Mo.
Love
Mo's
it.
like
His
slowly getting off
20th of the
ice.
season, by the
Just-
way. There's now
just
2 Red
tucks it
Wings
over
on the
to Mo's.
roster with 20
So good.
goals.
Raymond with 3
Really?
assists tonight, eh?
That was Larkin's 20th goal. And now him and DeBrincat both have 20.
Yes, sir.
Keep it going.
Oh, man.
When was the last time we had 2 20 goal scorers before Christmas?
Ooh.
How's that for
Long
a trivia
time.
question?
Trivia
Long
question.
time.
All right, come on, chatters. Chat them up. Come on, figure that out for us. We know you guys can break the code. Come on. When was the last time the Red Wings had 2 20 goal scorers before Christmas? Find that out for us. Man, the boys were just
what a game.
it's a statement win. And Carlo, like you said, I mean, the Red Wings took let's call them dumb penalties. They really did. And they were by key contributors to the Detroit Red Wings penalty kill. You had Larkin going off. You had Larkin going off for 1. You had Seider going off for 1. And you had Lucas Raymond going off for 1. Your 3 main players. And those 3 players who got the penalties, they all contributed to the final goal.
Yeah,
These are your leaders of your team contributing
Exactly
and
what happened.
showcasing to the boys and the rest of the NHL. Watch out for this Detroit Red Wings team because we're coming for you.
I mean,
Are we a fringe playoff team?
No,
Yes or no, boys?
I don't
are
think
are
so.
the
Not
Detroit
a-
Red Wings a fringe playoff team?
I listen. I
He
think
says
when
no. He says the silent shake no.
I don't think there's anything fringe about this, man. They're playing well. Like you beat
beating
Washington
top
back to
teams.
back. You do this against Dallas. You hang with Dallas, and they're no joke. Listen, the veterans stepped up, and I'm talking about Larkin and I'm talking about JVR. They both took bonehead penalties, and they stepped up in a big way to win this game and get the 2 points. Just exactly what you need to see. Penalties are going to happen. What do you do to respond? Like, how do you get out of it? You know what I mean? And they did it. They did it, and I'm super jacked with the result of this game, man. That was wild. Husky, what do you got, bro? Talk to us about this.
I'm just looking at the final game stats here, and there's a couple things to take away. The Red Wings blocked 16 shots, where the Stars only blocked 8. Red Wings were 2 for 3 on the power play. Faceoffs were right down the middle, both 28 for 28. Hitting could be better. They got out hit. Not by much.
That means they had the puck more.
But I honestly think that, like I was saying to Zach while you were off, this team last year, that's a 6-3 Dallas Stars win the second they take the 3-2 lead. This Red Wings team is completely different than what they were last year.
Especially with those
They would
penalties
have
in the
let their
third.
foot off the gas. They would have been deflated on the bench.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that's really well said. Because those 3 penalties back to back to back last year, those are 3 goals. Without a doubt.
There's just something special about this team right now. And part of me wants to say that it's because these 2 young guys, and Moritz Seider and Lucas Raymond, I mean, they're just going out there and they're having fun. I know that you're going to have fun with winning, but they just seem like even when they're losing and the games are close, they're out there having fun because it's the sport that they love and they enjoy playing with the teammates that they have on this team. I mean, we thought the 2023 team was a close-knit group, or 2022-23 team, whichever team it was. I mean, this team, they're getting stuff done. And they're doing it at a really good, fashionable rate.
Yeah.
And they're doing it, like you guys said, against these really good teams. The Washington Capitals back-to-back. Dallas Stars. You had troubles against, Utah and the Oilers, whatever. That's fine, but big statement win for the Detroit Red Wings. And showcasing to the league, like, hey, you guys got to watch out for us.
What do you think about DeBrinket's game tonight? I thought he was a little off. Tonight. Not a big deal. He can't be on every single night. And Lord knows he's
Yeah.
been on, big time on. But couple weird passes by him, I would say, especially the neutral zone turnover. I think that was
Yeah.
Jamie Benn's goal. But even in the third, he kind of passed it to a wide open spot, and they continue to cycle in the D zone as a result of that. So I don't know, just a little bit of an off game from him, probably one he wants to forget. But what a way to go into the Christmas break, boys! I'm just fired up about this. Top 5 team right now. Okay.
Gassed. Yeah, let's check that standings update real quick. Let's see. Overall league standings. The Detroit Red Wings sit 5th with 47 points. Right behind them is the Anaheim Ducks. Even if the Anaheim Ducks, I don't even know if they're playing tonight, but if they were and if they win, we'd still be 5th. We're actually tied in points with the Carolina Hurricanes. They just have 3 less games played than we do. Colorado Avalanche, they're just freaking insane. 35 games played compared to our 38, and they have 59 points. I don't know how you don't pick them.
2 losses. Well, dude, didn't they have a crazy year? No, maybe it was Tampa. I don't remember. It was Colorado or Tampa. They had a crazy year. Super favorites to win the cup, and they got bounced in the first round. Can't remember what year that was, but
usually it's Tampa. But yeah, I think the Avs just got bounced in the first round not that long ago too. I'll be right back, boys. Hold on.
Yeah. So funny. I was chatting with a friend right at the end of the third, and I'm like, Larkin needs to score this overtime goal. If we're going to win it, Larkin needs to score it. And then it was like 40 seconds later, he scored. I lost my mind. My voice is still a little hoarse. Yeah, that was dope. That was so dope.
Well, they came at the right time too, because now Larkin, just checking his game log. As I'm pulling that up, as I say that, let's see here. So 2 points tonight. Is that 2 points for Larkin tonight?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 points. That means that in the month of December, that's 7 points in 12 games played. 6 goals, 1 assist.
Wonder where the hate comes from him. What people see that they don't like. I always wonder. Even today, we had a buddy in the chat saying he wasn't a true 1C.
I think it comes down to like there was so much like I don't want to say that the league like overhyped Larkin when he came into the league, but we talked about that Husky where like he broke that record for fastest skater in the All-Star competition. And I think that a lot of it stemmed from that. And they watched Larkin's game a little bit and didn't really like it. And then the Wings were just so trash that it was just very easy to kind of scapegoat it and piggyback off of that. And then following along with whatever else we said too, I think it's just really easy for people to say that I mean, Larkin can't just elevate a team on his own. I mean, like, look at like Nathan McKinnon. Like, Larkin's nowhere close to Nathan McKinnon, Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at Austin Matthews. Is Austin Matthews better than Dylan Larkin? I think anyone could say yeah. In terms of goal scoring, defensive play, maybe not. But I'd take if you were doing a draft and Austin Matthews and Dylan Larkin were on the board, I'm selecting Austin Matthews. But you look at Austin Matthews, he can't carry the Leafs. They're 8th in the Atlantic Division. So I don't know where the hate comes from for Dylan Larkin, especially after doing something like this.
Probably just an easy target for being here throughout the entire rebuild.
Yeah. He's the best player, so he's obviously going to be the easy target. People are going to look to him, to solve everything. And when he goes quiet, and I think that was the point that homie in the chat was making, is like you go X amount of games without a goal. It's like, and maybe he was dealing with something. Maybe we remember when Raymond came back and after his injury, he didn't look the same. So maybe Larkin was battling through something. But hey, if this is the sign of him getting it fixed up, feeling better, and
Cool.
they're going into a couple days of a break. This is great for everybody. Now we
Yep.
just need them to start on time next game. That's the one thing with this team that I want to see next. Like so far, they've been checking boxes. The next thing I want to see is how do they start the next game after 3 days off? You know what I mean? That'll be a big one.
Mhm.
And is their next game it will be on the 27th. So they get a good 3 days off, so to say, 3.5 days, 3, 4. Playing against the Carolina Hurricanes, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in North Carolina. And that's another good team. Carlo, we touched on them. I made mention how the Red Wings we thought that they were going to become more like a Carolina or Islanders team that plays a really heavy defensive game. Not the sexiest type of hockey, but they get the job done. If they can come out winning against a really good team in the Carolina Hurricanes, who we just mentioned, we're tied for them in points in the standings, just a few games less than them. If we come out against them
They'll
and
be
beat them too,
missing their top goal scorer as well, unless
we
he
go.
comes back, but he's injured. Seth Jarvis.
Yes, Seth Jarvis. Didn't they
He
have
leads
another
their
player
team
is
in
out
goals
too
right
as well?
now.
Don't they have
He got
another player?
banged up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the other one is.
At the moment, right now on their what's listed here is Jarvis, Carrier, Martinuk, and Slavin. So yeah, Slavin.
Slavin's
Yeah.
out.
man.
Wow, that's
Yep.
big.
They announced them both on the same day.
And
Drew
then
says
we
Larkin
could
not
get Kane
flashy.
back.
Drew says Larkin not flashy, but he's a workhorse. He's done what he's could to drag this team on his back over the years. Exactly that. He's done exactly what he could have done. Insert anyone else of those players that we mentioned: Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel. We didn't mention him earlier, but tossing him in there, McDavid, McKinnon. They would have elevated this team a little bit, but not to a playoff position. So to sit here and say Larkin's not a true 1C, look what he just freaking did for you.
On this
Captain
team,
Cat-
he is. On this
Captain
team, he
Clutch.
is. There's no question.
He's not the
Damn, we're
worst
back to
one.
back, eh? We'll go Carolina and then Toronto, back to back. Big weekend.
I will be at the game on Sunday.
Nice. Hopefully you can break your
lucky.
curse.
Bro, yeah, I'm
Make
0
it
for
loud
3.
and proud.
I am 0 for 3 on
Oh,
Wings
really?
games this year. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And then I went to a Pistons game, and I told the lovely counter lady that I was 0 for 3 for Wings games. She looked at me with the worst death glare. Like, why the frick are
Why are
you
you-
here then? Yeah. They won. They won. That's all that matters.
All right, maybe that broke it. All right. Shout
Yeah,
out
well,
Pistons.
Where were you
by the way.
flying from
Pistons
there, T Master?
killing it.
Plane landed just
just
time for
landed.
me to pop the phone game. Marcus OT winner.
Yeah, hopefully somewhere where it's nice and warm, like your photo there. It looks like you got some palm trees and stuff there, Team Master P.
Where's Master P been?
And then Team Master P also says Carolina is slumping. And it sounds like that they have been. And then also, like Haskey just said,
Love
they're
to hear
missing
that.
2 key players on the forward and defensive end. Slavin's no slouch of a defenseman. He's probably one of the better
Puerto
defensive
Rico.
defensemen. What, Carlo?
Yeah, Master P he's in from Puerto Rico.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
my
wow.
homeland right there. Believe it or not, I'm actually part Puerto Rican. Like 25%.
Pardon?
I'm
Are you really?
25% Puerto Rican. Yeah.
Stop.
Mom, are we Puerto Rican? She said, yeah.
All right, there you heard it here first, folks. Zach is
I do unfortunately have
Puerto
to
Rico.
dip out.
No, you're good, Haskey. Thanks
Just
for
got-
joining us, brother. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no problem. That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
it
let's
was
do
a
it
lot of
again.
fun. Dub,
It's always
came
good
back.
to hang.
Yeah,
we'll do it
do
again.
this
We'll get
for
you
a
on a
full game
podcast
with the 3 of
episode,
us.
too.
Yeah, now that we know this whole works now.
Yeah.
I think last time I couldn't figure it out or whatever it was.
Did you?
But yeah.
Did you figure it out on Riverside or how did
Yeah,
you figure
this is Riverside.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just
Cool.
got your link and then hit a couple settings.
Sweet.
Wingnut's in the chat. He'll make fun of me. But I figured it out. I'm stuck with technology, so it took me a while.
You're here. That's all that matters. You're doing great.
But exactly. Here for that dub. Go
Big
into
dub.
Christmas break now. Two points still atop the Atlantic. Get to chirp all my family members who are Leaf fans at Christmas.
Oof.
Every year they get to chirp me because they're
Yep.
always at the top of the standings and we're down there and they're always laughing at me. This year, nope, rocking this jersey, walking
Yep.
into Christmas.
Hit him with some turntables.
Ask them how
Yes,
Marner's.
sir.
Oh, wait. All right, boys. Well, you take care. Have a great Christmas if
Yeah,
I
you
don't
too,
talk
buddy.
to you.
Merry Christmas.
Appreciate you guys.
Take it
Take
easy.
care.
You too,
Later,
buddy.
chat. Everybody hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Listen to their next episode.
Get out here.
Make
we
sure you
out here.
follow.
Get Hasky on.
Hit them
soon.
up on X. They share all the time.
Look at
Have
this
a great
beautiful
night,
soul right
everybody.
here.
We appreciate it, Hasky. We
Love you,
you.
Hey,
Husky.
no problem at all.
Later,
See you,
man.
buddy.
Guys, too. Take care. Later.
All right, well, Carlo, we don't have to stay on here too much longer either. I mean, I've been doing this for
Yeah, you've been
3
killing it.
hours and 15 minutes now, but yeah. Oh wow, Montreal's now winning 62 against the Boston Bruins, so expect Montreal to get a nice 2 points there too. They'll still right behind us, but Carlo, first in the division by at least a margin. Game and a half. Call it that. By game and a half. Two games?
Well, by game, really, because Montreal, they would tie us in points if they win their next game.
We would still be in first though. If we lost our next game and if they won, we'd be in first though. Still, wouldn't we? If we were tied in points.
No, I think they might take us. No, actually,
Do we have more regulation wins?
Yeah, we do. We do. So we would be ahead.
So yeah, call it a game and a half.
Yeah, fair enough.
Shoot, dude. I want to swear, but shoot.
I feel you, bro. How about Lucas Raymond with a casual 3-assist night?
Did he really? See, I didn't
Yeah,
see that
dude.
stat. That's sick. He's picking it up too, man. I don't care if he's not really scoring too many goals, but this is kind of why I brought up once before. I think we would be okay if we did. We're clearly doing it now. So no offense to Patrick Kane, because I love Kane or I love Showtime. I want him to be on this team as long as he wants to be. But we might not need a Patrick Kane on this team next season, Carlo.
We'll see. I mean, him missing a lot of games like this, obviously his age is creeping up to him. Maybe that means we get Patrick Kane at a really good deal because Patrick Kane wants to still play hockey and he wants to play hockey in Detroit. Maybe we get him for a team-friendly deal. Sure. Let's run it back. But what's up?
From the Detroit Red Wings Twitter, FYI, Dylan Larkin scored his 11th career overtime goal, trailing only Sergei Fedorov, who had 12 for the most in franchise history.
Damn.
Dylan Larkin?
One more. Damn, that's a statement.
We might have to get that blown up and frame it, honestly.
What a game for Larks, man. That top man. When I was on earlier, I was saying the top line needs to wake up. And
Finney got a goal.
Yeah, dude.
Larkin got 2. Raymond 3 assists. You called it.
That's what we needed. That's what we needed against a team like Dallas.
Clip that chat. Clip that where Carlos said the first line needs to wake up.
It was, I don't know where it was, but I know it was said. We'll find
someone will go and find it for us. Clip that, post it, share it, and do it up.
All right, buddy. Well, listen.
I think
Merry Christmas to everybody who hung out with Zach for the whole time. I've been popping in and out. Just want to say thank y'all for sticking with us. Maybe we got to do this again to get another dub. So far, we're off to a 1-0 start with the lives, so we like that. But no, for real, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we will definitely look to do it again. Zach, I'll flip it to you for a few words, man.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Major, huge win. I don't know how I'm going to go to sleep tonight, honestly, after a dub like that. That was a really good game. It was fun doing this. It's been a long time since we actually went live, but for a game, yeah, I think this is the first time we've ever went live for a game.
Yep.
All of you guys in the chat that are still here that have come and gone, I truly do appreciate you guys for sticking around. Yeah, I've been doing this for almost 3.5 hours. It was quite enjoyable. I enjoyed the conversation that I had with each and every one of you that commented and typed away. Carlo joining. I know he's super busy. He's got Santa coming pretty soon. He's got to help prepare for that. Happy as well. I got my 2 dogs. My mom's here visiting. Love you, Mom. You got the score right. She almost got
called the
whole-
score?
She's
No
called
way.
the score. She said it was going to go into shootout. She called overtime into a
Damn.
shootout, but she got the score right and the OT part. So I'll give her props for that. My mom's here with her dog, so we're
Lucky
celebrating as
moms.
well.
That's
Yep.
huge.
Moms, bro. Mom's weekend. My mom's
Yeah,
here.
dude. That's
Get
crazy.
your moms to watch a Red Wings game, boys and girls, because the Red Wings are just
I
going
think
to
you know what?
staying
I
hot.
think my mom's watching because she was texting me, so I'm pretty sure she's also watching. So shout out to the moms. We love you, moms.
Credit to the moms. Give your mom a hug the next time you guys see her. But yeah, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Stay warm, stay toasty. Most importantly, stay safe out there.
Yes.
It's not always you, it's always the other people. Be safe out there on the roads. Just eat well, have fun. Hopefully Santa brings you all the twigs and hockey goodies that you guys all asked for. And Carlo, I'll leave it to you with the outro. You do it the best, buddy.
Yeah. Well, listen, folks, if you get to indulge, make sure you overindulge. Now's the time to do it, to have some fun. New Year's resolutions are there for a reason. Eat your faces off. And then you can start the diet on January 1st with the other 7 billion people in the world. And with that all said, Zach, folks, chat, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas. Cheers.
We love you. Goodbye. Merry Christmas.
What a beauty.
Nice guys. Nice guys.
Just nice guys.